gonna die, you will just go into the mountain. So you might not have remembered that, but meantime, Ivan took down some worm, so I didn't catch if there was anything on that worm or not. But either way, crystal's down.
5-6 crystal too, I believe.
Yeah, and the other one I said I didn't catch. It's in a dark world somewhere, but
I think chat was saying that the other one was. Oh, let me take a look.
yeah,
I think they said Mire, or was it Ice Palace?
We have Ice Palace, Mark, so we will go with that.
I will trust Ice Palace. Thank you to our trackers, and thank you to chat.
Yeah, and the other 5-6 is Myers. So. Pyramid Fairy probably not going to be much.
Looks like we're getting Quake over in Death Mountain on Ivan's side, too.
Yeah, nice to have in case you need it later. Can't use it now. No sword.
Oh, man, I feel so bad for Ivan. He was just getting bullied by those two mini moldorms into the corner.
Yeah,
Hataka.
Yeah, didn't make it out. I mean, it's not terrible. He got his item, but...
Honestly, with Flute, that's not the worst death to take because you had to go up the mountain again anyway, so...
Yeah. I mean, you wanted to leave and then Flute, but yeah, it's whatever.
Alright, Zemp's getting his news that this is just a little bit of love. And heading back to A Link to the Past. Which I can't blame him for. There's really not much you can do.
So, what I did not catch is whoever was down in Escape today, they did mirror. Did they do Dark Cross? Or try to?
I don't believe so, but I just realized Ivan has a sword. And he also just got flippers in Paradox Cave.
Oh, okay, yeah, so Paradox had some stuff. Not bad for 7 boxes. Of course, now this points you at Zora. And he doesn't have a ton of money. Or a glove to do the alternative Houlihan to get money. Since you can't do the one with the jumping in the water now.
Ivan, with his glove, though, doing the back of Escape.
Oh, he does have a glove, okay. So he can do the Houlihan. Okay, I missed the glove, I guess.
Don't worry, I did too. There's a lot going on in this screen. We got 4 runners playing 2 games each.
Yeah. Powder with a hammer. Guess what? Go fetch.
Oh wow, Hataka getting his cave, or getting his sword and his glove. That was on the bottom of Paradox Cave, so
okay. So,
it looks like those 7 chests were stacked.
Yeah, pretty good Paradox. 3 out of 7. But yeah, now Ivan's got to think about. I mean, the Flute there again, very nice, not too bad. Just do Magic Bat now, do Zora. What do we want to do? He's gonna do Dark Cross though from the back, which is not a bad way to do it.
Not at all. Honestly, I think I would, as soon as I was done with this, I would probably try to get that fetch quest out of the way as soon as possible.
Yeah, Flute makes a real nice choice. So.
Not to mention, when you get something like that early, oh, there we go, okay. So Dark Cross just having a heart. But if you get, Powder and Hammer early, or you get Shovel, things like that, it's one of those things where you just have to get it off your mind. Like, it's really early.
He's headed toward the right again, I'm thinking for money. He's gonna bomb jump into the back of the stone, break the camera, and go get 225 rupees.
And well deserved for breaking that camera.
Yeah, Flippers 5 checks, Powder 1. It's a smart way to play. Okay, not what I do.
And looks like Hobo's just hoarding a little bit of energy.
And he's still gonna need a little more. Might go farm a desert rock for it, or do Powder now. Maybe Powder's just money.
Yeah, honestly, if Powder was a big 3 hundo, I wouldn't be too upset about getting that at this current moment.
Curse you to be rich for the rest of your life.
Oh, the agony. What will I do with all the money? All right, we're getting our first look into Waterfall Cave, and we got the lamp over there.
So those flippers and paradox to the lamp. Flute is mountain access for sure.
Well, that puts speed in logic now. So that's where it's a little scary.
Yeah. Honestly, it's nice to have speed because there's not much in Metroid that requires it. Those that do, all except for one, can be visually checked, but the earlier you get it, the better. So you don't isolate things.
Correct.
And it also puts that green pendant in the logic. Very well into logic.
And Zora just coughing up a little bit of power bombs.
Well, not bad. I don't know if anybody has more than 5 right now anyway, but...
I don't think you wanted to spend $500 for that, though. But we see the ledge check, so... Looks like that Hitaka's just going and getting some safety right there and picking up that heart container. Which I don't blame him at 5 hearts.
Yeah, you're there, you're in the area, you see it's not a piece, just, pick it up. It's like probably a hobo check now.
Alright, MM2 going to Paradox Cave and getting his loadout.
Saying Nizzle's been counting tanks, saying some hell runs are in logic, so that's another thing.
Yeah, they can. Then they do have access to Bubble Mountain easily through Frog Speedway.
Oh yeah. See, I think that whole area requires 5 anyway, but logically anyway. But yeah, when you can just run over there, skip the cathedral, it saves you a lot of energy and farming and all that. So.
Right, and if anything, they can save and they can check the cathedral item if they really want to, and then just quit out of there.
So Taka gonna do Dark Cross the nice way, gonna be rewarded with yet another heart. At which point you can start thinking about feeling okay about your health situation.
Oh, chat just brought up a good point. Yeah, no, they need Morph Ball to get out of Frog Speedway because they're kind of blocked by power bombs, blocks.
Oh yeah, to go up. Yeah, that's true.
I would have lost a minute to that at least, because I would have definitely checked it, done it, and then gotten upset.
As we always ask, but we never get an answer. Why exactly can't Metroid crawl? I can get away with that. Right?
I mean, Samus can slide in the new one, but we're not there yet. Ooh, chat bringing up a good point and saying that Croc just may be in logic, which would be very mean to these runners, I think.
Yes.
Have something important on Croc.
Yeah, on one hand, yeah, it's a bit of a run. The other hand, it's kind of not much else open right now. So sometimes you like to skip Croc, but see like this, maybe you're figuring most of these runners in the race, of which there are, by the way, besides the 4 on Restream, 18. So 14 others doing this off stream, and people race because they want to try and see how high up that ladder they can get. You think most people are going to do the sensible play.
And I think Ivan's coming in with our retro Brinstar check right now. Oh wait, nope, he's gonna check Terminator first. And Ivan doing a nice 3-tap.
Yeah, tap tap. You only have to do an easy short charge, but I mean, swag much.
The swaggier, the better. And it looks like it's just some missiles. So it's interesting. It looks like that he's gonna go down to pink or to green Brinstar first and check that out.
Yeah, speed. You can get through into pink Brin and get, I think, just the items in the main room without more. If that's it, but it has had progression before. Guess I can do the speed checks, which, you know, with hard logic, almost all the time you're doing morph ball. But here we got speed, so there he goes.
Yeah, but only being able to check reserve.
Yeah,
And we
which,
get our Master Sword on Brinstar Reserve, which is really nice to see, actually.
it depends if you like doing Aga, because that could be the way it's headed at this point. Or wait, yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, no, you're right.
Moon Pearl yet, yeah. So, say that Dark World check we got was based on, I guess it was the Mountain Portal. So,
Still a couple more checks that he can do over here, though. He just has to, I believe he can do Wave Gate, and he can check at what's above Vanilla Charge. And then there's also one missile that I always forget the name of. That's above the side hoppers. So he's got 3 checks that he can do right over here, and he better be praying that it's something that will get him out of that Aga. But looks like just 20 on there.
yeah, problem with waves, you can't get in here without power bomb access. So it's just the 2. It looks like it was errors of some flavor or another, but
Well, ignore me because I know nothing then.
oh, that's okay.
It's all
Actually,
good.
I was gonna say it, and I was gonna pipe up and like, oh yeah, I need power bomb getting. So you bought me some time. I appreciate it.
Oh, anytime. I'll always take the dive for that.
I will do it a few times before the end of the night is over. Trust me. Tracy's playing. If she wasn't, she'd be in here chatting. Hey, hey, because she knows all the stuff.
Yeah, she's really good at all this. Oh, it looks like we're getting our first Lamb Moldus check.
Yeah, we know it's not an item, but we're gonna get a green pennant and run that right over to Eastern, I'm sure. Quick flute, and well, not a quick run, but flute is the best option.
Yeah, let's see if Saha is holding something at ransom for his family heirloom.
See, I know Hataka's still got a couple of group checks to do, like the ones Ivan's doing, like Retro Brin, but this is what you call a play. Something that could well pay out. Nice ice rod, one shot left in the magazine, and down goes the worms.
Yeah, very, very close. Not he would have had to switch the bombs there.
And he does have a hammer. It's not terrible.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Turns out, I had to look. Don't worry. But
All right, we got some water checks going on the right side of the screen from Zempt and from M2 right now. M2 picking up his extra heart, and it looks like that Zempt is getting ready to do his Zora check. 6 rupees, 6 rupees shy, but we'll see what he can scrounge.
so yeah, you got a flute. I don't know. Sometimes I think fluting to the house or going from the house is actually the quicker walk sometimes. But either way, here he is. Saw's got some money. That's it. Chump change.
Just giving you a 20.
So it feels a little bad, but I doubt he's the only one going to be doing it. He's going to bash Medley's head against the wall. Yeah, poor little birdie.
Didn't know I had it coming to her.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting our retro Brinstar checks over here. On Ivan's side, and looks like just some missiles and nothing to cry home about on the Morphball pedestal.
Yeah, I didn't catch what that other one was, but obviously nothing good. Worth a check for sure. So
I was almost afraid for Vanilla Morph.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious, depending on who you are, perspective. But yeah. I was going to say we have climb supers, but you can't get that without a morph ball either, or even check it. So, what do we got?
There's really not too much more that they can do. Logically, that is.
I haven't cleared on out. It's Aga, isn't it? That's all I'm aware of. Croc, maybe? Seeing calls for Croc.
There's Croc and there's Aga. I think of the two demons, I think I would take on Croc first. To be quite honest.
Yeah, there's more than one thing down there. No Moon Pearl. Moon Pearl is what you're looking for. So you do Aga, you get one check.
Moon Pearl, Bow. Those are really, and Morph Ball. Those are really the three things that you're looking for. If you get Morph Ball, you opened up the seed pretty wide.
Yeah, some tells me you aren't going to see a bow for a while. It just seems to happen a lot. But if I had the thingy, I'd be running prediction. Yeah, Morph Ball or Moon Pearl. That wouldn't even be a 50-50 guess. Like, it's more than likely to be Morph Ball, but it may not.
Hey, I mean, they're only a Moon Pearl away from Dark World access, so.
Yeah. Or, you just get your Morph Ball and then everything's open-ended in the other game, and good luck to you. Have fun.
What do you like getting first in these seeds, or in these combo randomizers? Do you like getting Dark World access first early on? Do you like getting Morph Ball early on?
Well, here's the thing. I love playing this game. Or games, as it were. But I'm no good at Metroid, apparently, at least compared to the rest of the community. So I like getting forced to do as much Zelda as possible. So I might be in a minority on that one, but we'll see. We're getting a basement of Hera check here.
And on Hataka's side, we're getting the we're getting the meat shield throw on the guard down there.
Yeah, he just wants his key. Sorry about the frozen guy. He can chill out. Oh man, I will be here all week.
Yikes.
Let's see, Ivan. One more. Oh man, piece of heart.
Oh, that is rough. Came all the way up there for that.
You really don't feel too bad about the plays at this point, but they just aren't paying out yet.
Now let's see. I think Ivan's gonna go for the. Oh no, never mind. He's just checking up here.
Well, there was an E-tank here, I believe, and he might know that, so he's talking about norfair progression at this point, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. So then you might be getting this, and you might be thinking Croc or something in norfair. Gauntlet would not be in logic right now, I don't believe, because they don't have screw attack or morph ball to be, so they can't get out. I think you can find a way to speed your way in. Oh, wait, no, I believe you need charge in order to open the door in reverse, right? And even then, that wouldn't be in hard logic, I wouldn't imagine.
I don't know about any requirements, but yeah, they can speed up and over and break through, but it's just a visual check of one of the three at this point. Yeah.
If Gauntlet was morph, that would be the sickest trick to play on these people right now.
Yeah, now you know what? Now we really got to ask the experts, because I swear there was discussion about how the logic works. Like, between these randomizers, I don't remember which is which, but I think the logic required you to be able to get in and out of a location.
Yeah, Andy's confirming right now. Gauntlet can't be morph. I know Gauntlet can't, or I know Gauntlet can't be suits in general, but I would assume Gauntlet wouldn't be in logic without morph unless screw attack is available. And Andy mentioning that and confirming that, so.
Yeah, it can be suits, I believe. I think they just in the very rando force that out to basically get more money's worth out of the game. So I think here they don't care, but. Yeah, the 2v2 co-op tourney is still going on. We're at the later stages now. As we're going to see some Croc here. Let me check that real quick, actually.
Yes, we're seeing our lovely red alligator or crocodile friend who just wants a friend, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't like to spoil anything unless it's been at least a few days, but Ivan, one of the members of Team Farts, was in the match just last night that I was working,
and there's our Moon Pearl behind Croc. Always bet on Croc, and it doesn't look like Ivan's too happy about this.
Ivan is he's just gonna hang out and take some time and show us all what he thinks. That's what being on Restream's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just wondering how long it'll take everybody else to take that brave dip behind Croc, or possibly even worse, depending if Pyramid has nothing. Who's going to be the first one to do Aga first?
Yeah, you are right. There's going to be, out of the 18, I'm sure some Aga plays. I don't know about the 4 here, but I mean, all these runners they're experienced enough to know, the dense checks are going to be at Croc, but there again, you might do a play and hope for the best on the single check.
Nice little speed up there to get that piece of heart. Not.
Is there Twitch still going? Told me it ended. No, it's still going. Okay. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. I'm sorry.
All right, looks like we're getting our second. Oh wait, nope. Zempt about to realize soon that he can't make it up there. Oh, he was doing the He was doing the visual check for that item in Bubble Mountain, and now we're gonna get our second Croc right over here that we can see.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't think I've ever seen or done that. That's a nice thing to do though. It's one room away. Just see what the heck it is in case you want to come back later.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, to be honest. I've done the visual check before, every now and then, to see what it is on a full rando, but I've never really just like peered into the room knowing that I couldn't get it. Hey, we're getting plasma beam too. So Croc holding all the goodies today.
Yeah, plasma's not needed for anything, but it'll be very nice to help offset the bad taste in one's mouth after getting that moon pearl, where they did.
Yeah, I mean technically plasma or screws needed for plasma beam room, but that's a room that you never really want to have to check.
Yeah, I believe, and there again, could be wrong, but I believe speed booster is a way out and in logically and hard only, but I hope to heck to never have to do that.
Yeah, I believe you're right about that. And Ivan trying to get that get that wall jump and make it over there.
This
to the
is like
ledge.
a 2-pixel thing plus a delayed jump. Is it not easier to go back the other way? Looks like he's making that decision though. It's worth a try.
Absolutely, if it could save you a little bit of time, you might as well give it a shot. Oh, the other way, he needs to hold speed, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, no more. I knew I was missing some. I was like having the questioning tone of it, but there we go. You got a tap charge in the lava with a gravity suit. So,
yeah, he went down to quite low health on that one. It's a good thing that he had enough E-tanks to deal with that acid.
I'll tell you what, that is digging.
And Hitaka going in for Aga. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, that's okay. Yeah, we knew we were looking for it. I mean, it may still be something that's needed at some point. Now everybody else is going to get it, going the other way around, but it may also be nothing and then have some chat. But
I'm really hoping for the best rep divergence of all time, and Croc being Moon Pearl and Aga being Morph Ball.
Oh, I don't see why it couldn't happen. But no, I mean the thing is, Ivan just did to get out of there. That's deep in the bag of tricks because, I don't think gravity suit is logically required for anything down there, but it definitely helped him get out. So
yeah, I think if he didn't have gravity suit, he would have to rely on that 2-pixel wall jump.
Yeah. So he was running the gears in overdrive there. That's impressive.
I'm almost feeling if any of them feel if some might feel far behind right now because it took them so long to get to Croc and they might have last locationed it.
See now, yeah, if for some terrifically bad reason there's a Morph Ball and Pyramid Ledge, Hitaka is going to be looking all over the place for the Moon Pearl. So yeah,
I guess that Morph Ball. What are the odds that he goes to Croc in the near future?
Not great. I mean, odds on that Morphle being are not good, but that's what we're here for, is try and just create scenarios like this. So.
And maybe some scenarios that are not favorable for the runners, but
Yeah, hell yeah.
scenarios nonetheless. And we're going to get our first Hype Cave check coming in on Zemp's side and Ivan simultaneously.
Yeah, and then M2 getting a Moon Pearl, so he'll be able to do all that in short order. Oh, a red boomerang.
I always like seeing a boomerang, personally.
It's hard to make use of with quick swap not being a thing here in SMZ3. Space jump.
Yeah, it looks like Hype Cave is just very explosive today. You got a bunch of explosives, and then you got Space Jump to be able to get out of there as soon as you could.
Yeah, so hard logic. I mean, space jump doesn't give you a lot anyway, but at this stage,
Morphball being in a hookless swamp is probably the meanest thing anyone could say for this seed.
you know what? And I have had that before, actually. Big chest, left side required for big key. Yeah. So, trust me, it can happen.
I think the worst I've had was a vanilla hook shot in swamp. But thankfully, I for some reason just thought to myself, "Oh, you know what? Let's just go in there and check it anyway. I can get a few checks." And I was able to finally clear it, and that was my go mode item nonetheless.
So Stumpy's handing out some clothes. It's a nice thing to have at this stage with the amount of health you have, and you can almost quit looking for sure. And Hitaka's just, counting blue balls, more head bashes, that sort of thing. It's not pleasant being in here.
Nope. Anyone been keeping track of how many blue balls has been going?
It's almost worth a like a GT style guessing game, but that almost seems like a curse.
And there's another one. So it looks like Zempt and Ivan are following in some pretty similar paths right now.
They are within 3 seconds of each other. Just some money in
And
the
that
dig game.
sync money pickup.
Yep.
Digging one extra time for good luck.
Hitaka giving the spinning Aga one more hammer shot. Off goes the chicken. Oh, no. And he can't even animate himself into the wall.
No.
And he forgot about the... Yeah, he's got a mirror, so he's gonna have to do that.
Yeah, Hitaka probably not feeling so good right now after that one.
Yeah, I mean, something better than $5. I mean, even 20. Come on now.
Come on, at least reward the man with a hook shot or with a cane of some sort, because it's at least required for later.
But yeah, you'll see this sometimes where you'll make a play, it doesn't work out, and you get hit so hard that a couple of things like the whole save and quit thing, it'll combo you.
Absolutely, and it looks like Hitaka's going back to Death Mountain. I think he's gonna go pick up that E-tank if he hasn't done so, and then probably head on over to the Croc, because I don't know what else he can do. I think he is now funneled into Croc only.
Yeah, I'm sure it took a second or two, but he's realizing it, so here comes that E-tank, and yeah. Meantime, I've been clearing out Village Outcasts. I haven't seen anything terrific yet. But with that mirror, I'm sure we're going to see... Actually, no, they can... Yeah, they got mirror hammer, everything. They can just clear out these, no problem. It's even required anyway, so...
Yeah, and honestly, being able to get a dungeon out of the way is always really nice.
So I'll tell you this, I've seen blind morph ball before. I've seen MITS required hammer peg morph ball several times actually, so
I think the worst I've seen is is Checkerboard Cave Morph Ball, and Mirror was on Vidi, I think. Pendant nonetheless.
And let me guess, access through the other game, huh? Can you do that? I think you can you?
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember what else needed to get through that warp down there, but
All right, looks like MM2's getting his clothes, but visibly no different.
I was gonna say whoever rolled this got lucky because they just scrolled off the race time chat, and there's those mitts, French
Yeah.
vanilla, gold mitts.
All right, so it looks like that now we just open to see just a little bit more. Not too much more, I don't think, without something like boots or hookshot, but
Well, no fire, so we don't have ice, even though the glove would otherwise do it. We got, chunk of smith chain. Actually, probably all of it. Book, hammer.
admittedly slow, but
Yeah, not as bad as no
Actually-
mirror.
yeah, I was about to say they have mirror, so it's actually not too bad. And purple chest should be pretty quick too. Jackal pointing out that that Checkerboard Cave is also in logic now.
Hitaka, I'm sorry. Yeah, see. He's gonna try to break the thing. I really do.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate the last to take a gamble and it not pay off, let alone last location or something. It's truly heartbreaking.
I mean, it could have been further down too. So I mean, at least there's that. So I don't know if he keeps going or not, because I don't think there was. Oh, there's plasma, but not much else. So at this point,
Yep.
you may want to. He's gonna go. All right.
Yeah, looks like he's doing it. Which I think is a smart call, to be honest. There's not. When is the next time you're really going to come back down here?
Yeah. Sometimes you might see a skip like this if you feel like you're behind, and then if it ends up later finding out that you need it, it's like, oh well. But he'll get plasma so that when Metroid does open up, he'll be able to pretty much just fly right through it and blast through everything.
Yeah, he won't feel terrible about it. And Hitaka taking the save just in case there's a bad item, he's going to save scum it. But unknown to him, it's going to be something that he's going to want to hold on to and cherish a little bit.
So yeah, Flute Mitts, as pointed out in chat, checkerboards in logic, and for the one item that it is, it, as we've mentioned, does seem to disproportionately have some things, certain round things maybe.
I think if I were at this point in the seed, I would probably start making some checks that just might nauseate you a little bit to think that Morph Ball might be there, because it looks like this seed is going to be doing that.
There's a round thing with little spinny pointers in it. We don't want that. And the Thief's Town big chest from Ivan, but that's... At least there's nothing left except whatever Blind has.
Yep, and it looks like MM2 going into Thief Town as well. Gonna get his golden mitts and probably continue to focus the dungeon. I believe there's an item on Blind, so...
Yeah, if they were done, there wouldn't even have been a big chest check, but... Ivan and Zemp still pretty nice and well synced up here.
Yeah, and beautiful scripted fight coming in from Ivan.
I was gonna say, we only have 3 screens to watch for a little while. Spring Ball.
Yeah, oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I mean, they have gravity at least. At least they have gravity.
Yeah, and that opens things up, and MM2 in about, 3 minutes and 30 seconds or so is not going to be a happy camper, but man, don't like a spring ball. I don't blame him. I don't like having to go up there with a spring ball. But...
I personally love having Spring Ball. I know that is the unpopular opinion that a lot of people dislike having Spring Ball. I'm always happy to see Spring Ball early on.
Yeah, it helps with movement, but it's logical progression here now with hard mode being a thing. So
Looks like Ivan's
actually,
going for the hammer pegs and the world tour check.
I'm going on talking like they don't have gravity suit. I'm sure somebody pointed that out by now. So actually, it doesn't do anything progression-wise that I'm aware of, anyway.
Nah, I mean, not really too much. It helps out sometimes, but I mean, at that point, they could really just gravity jump. Although Spring Ball will, if they don't end up getting high jump. Oh no, never mind. They have space jump, so it doesn't matter. They can get to the worst room in the game.
Mm-hmm. So Ivan comes up with a cape in the hammer pegs, so that might be worth a quick trip up here after turning the frog in to see what Bumper Ledge is. I don't think we've seen it yet.
I don't believe so. Ooh, it looks like all right. Looks like Hataka made it out live with Plasma Beam, farming up, getting a little healthy now, and probably gonna make his way towards Link to the Past.
So Ivan is synced back up, even though Ivan had a cleaner blind fight. But they visited the armory today. Shields. I don't think I've ever seen a shield on them.
Yeah, it's not a common one that you see. Oh, and Hataka going the reverse way of Croc Speedway. So, oh no, wait, no, Hataka's gonna lock himself in here. He's not gonna be able to make it out because if he goes upwards, then he has to go through Powerbomb block.
Yeah,
oh my god,
and
is that Morphball?
That's the play that just paid off, because I was gonna say he could keep going up now. I don't even think it's hit him yet. He's gonna have to burn some reserves and run like heck.
That is disgusting to see.
Oh no. So you know what? That Aga play, I'm sure after this one he's gonna feel so much better. Morph and crumble required the back doorway. You saw it here first.
Yeah, and I think that's actually the first time that I've seen that.
Yeah.
That is nauseating to think about. Now, there's going to be no other way of reaching that morph ball. You have to go the back way.
You have to charge up and Croc and spark through. Yeah.
So
speed required after all from 50 minutes ago.
Yeah, and it must be feeling pretty good now, because I don't really know anyone else who would have done that, and we didn't see that on the other 3 runners who visited Croc.
Nobody here's done it, so even if he's done, Aga Extra with all those blue balls and everything, he's the first one to have basically full Super Metroid access right now. We'll point that out to him later. I'm sure make him feel better, because he needs a break after all that. I mean, dang.
Yeah, right at the hour mark too. It looks like that we had Temper Sword on Screw Attack.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah,
and then Screw Attack itself was on the other side of the dimensional portal there in the Mire Shed, so now we're starting to get some things, but look what it took.
Did you catch what was on the other side of GT? I didn't see the item. I saw a heart on the above GT. I didn't see what was on the left though.
I did miss it. We got a couple dozen people who could be able to tell us, but I think they're all still reeling from this morph ball though. So
I don't blame them. I'm still a little shocked at it, and I'm still trying to think of who would be the next one to get morph ball.
yeah, so like it does follow the rule where like if it's not morph, you can get out. You just have to go back the way it came. It's just happens to unlock the other way out, and wow.
Looking like nothing on Gauntlet right now. So Zemp being the first one to take a look at it and dipping out of there.
I'll tell you what, I usually run these things, okay, that's known, right? But at this point, I am glad that I did not. I'm glad I'm here with you. I appreciate this. This is a good time. Because if that was me having to find that morph ball, I'd be like, no, I'm done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm really happy I'm not doing this one. I'm happy to be commentating with you and enjoying my time because I would not be enjoying my time if I was doing this. And we're getting the mushroom on Old Mother Brain. More fetch quests that are not gonna lead to morph ball.
Yeah, and like we keep saying, like with the Zaga play, maybe it'll be something else, but we're on such a chain here, it's hard to imagine.
And having that space jump, being able to possibly do a little bit of honestly between screw speed and gravity. If they get Varia, then they could do just a few checks everywhere without Morph Ball, and that's the terrifying part. Because you got to start going through those very long checks that are very far away from each other, and probably feel bad when they come up dry.
Graveyard Ledge, just a missile. I haven't just did the GT here. I got a replay. Oh, I missed the replay I got. I don't think it was much. I feel. Sometimes you'll see a pause to mark, but
yeah, and it looks like Hataka checking Wave Beam, just coming up with an E-Tank, which is still nice right now because they do not have Varia. Therefore, it is very, very nice to get that energy refill after a Hell Run.
So here comes Gauntlet finally, and after all that, I feel like this might not be anything, but you got to get him out of the way.
Yeah, Zempt already checked it before.
Oh, okay.
But yep, Ivan taking his turn now to just be disappointed with missiles and head on out.
So what were those back to, if you don't mind?
I'm hearing from chat that GT was super missiles and a heart. So super missiles is the one that I missed. So thank you for that.
Okay, and you know what? Supers are still nice. I mean, nobody has charge anyway, but even if you do, supers are nice when it comes to Ridley. So being the space jumps available, you might see those picked up. But with what is required to get this morph, I don't know. Everybody might end up down here in GT first.
Yeah, my money's definitely on some GT before that. And looks like that MM2 picking up his screw attack and will now be picking up Tempered Sword most likely shortly afterwards.
And just on a quick inventory of things too. Yeah, 20 rupees in the checkerboard cave, but none of our other three runners are anywhere near the morph ball.
I know, and the worst part is just think, like I mentioned before, when's the next time you're gonna go down to Croc? That's the scary part. Everybody isolated that one singular check.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Everything I think is gonna have to get cleared out.
Yeah, which, mind you, I cannot blame them for isolating that check. By no means can I blame them. I would have done the same exact thing because, to be frank, I really didn't even remember that was a check until Hataka was doing it. And speaking of Hataka, picking up the bow picking up the bow at what is that, Norfair Reserve?
Yeah, right on the tank where the tank would be. So then that's gonna be 2 more crystals in the bag. Or no, Eastern's a pennant still, but
but that's still a crystal, and that's still able to get GT out of the way.
Catfish with just some missiles.
And it looks like that our runners will most likely run into Tempered Sword before having to deal with the big bad pig himself. So even if they don't find silvers, I'm sure most of them, if not all of them, are probably comfortable with doing Silverless Ganon and doing Tempered Sword.
little quick shout out to MM2 and Gauntlet Access with Space Jump and doing it the hard way anyway, because you know.
What a hero. That's all I'm gonna say. What a hero.
We try to catch these things when they watch it back later. It's fun. So we're gonna no fire rod, but see if the Skull Woods has anything in the front worth picking up. I mean, because it happens.
Yeah, sometimes you luck out and you pick up a little something to get along the way. Or you know, every now and then you might find the fire rod there as well.
Vanilla items, who would do that? Come on. But yes, it is
First
happening.
bottle, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one. We don't have a thing on the tracker for it, but that's another fetch quest.
Yeah, so Zemp's coming in with the incoming sick kid check at some point or another. Meanwhile, Hitaka's going around clearing out, getting his first bottle, ironically enough, at Ice Beam.
It'd be funny if Zemp's hoping for like a Morph Ball and Sick Kid, right? Meantime, that key that unlocks Sick Kid, so to speak, is just right next to where the Morph Ball is. I know he didn't get that one, but it's funny.
You are not incorrect. I did not get that one.
I mean, that bottle. Because, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can get that bottle with a Mock Ball and a couple of E-Tanks. So it wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibilities for a runner to grab that.
But you just said that Morph Ball would be on Sick Kid if that was the case.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't Mock Ball if you don't have Morph Ball.
Oh, yeah, see? I'm smart.
It's alright, we're both SMRT right now.
Told you I'd do it.
Time.
That's just... I don't know, then I got people telling me you can just go through Metroid with nothing but an X-ray. Not race legally, but, you know.
I hate picking up early X-ray if there's no charge beam or like one piece of microwave beam along the way.
Mm-hmm.
But at 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 17 seconds, it looks like we're going to be getting a look at our first boss, Kraid, on Hitaka's side. As he's just been steering right through Super Metroid since he picked up that Morph Ball.
Yeah, because at this point, well, I think he's probably got 3 bosses available, if not all 4. So just go do them.
Yeah, I don't think Ridley's available for him quite yet. But speaking of that beautiful quick kill on Kraid, no DLC, no stand-up fight for him today.
Yeah, didn't even see the dude. But yeah, I guess Varia is still required, hard logic or no. However, sometimes it gets skipped. So
I've done that before a couple times, but you know I had to have a lot of E-tanks and power bombs to be comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even want to.
All right, let's see what is in Kraid's closet right over here.
Semper, how's Ped not worse than where the Morph Ball actually was? Oh, that's good. I like that.
Picking up Fire Rod. So it looks like our runners are not going to be seeing that, or our other 3 runners on the screen are not going to be seeing that until they find that very, very, very diligently placed Morph Ball.
Was that Grady tank?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Sick Kid then not just having just a heart. So that's another one down.
And it looks like Ivan is going to give us our first catfish check. Or I believe our first catfish check.
I did actually catch one. It was just missiles. I think MM2. Could be wrong about that. Anyway, Zemt, I think, is wanting to dip some pod here without a bow. Just, it's a bunch of checks. You can do all but one of them. So it's a good play.
Yeah, unless if he does not get a key over here, he's technically bow locked. Logically speaking.
Or did he fill that bottle? Or maybe can mimic clip. I'm not sure.
Well, doesn't matter either way. He did get his key, and
Yeah.
if he has some sort of full bottle, then he can do the potion glitch, and he could be able to walk the mimics off the stage, or he can do what I consider the much more difficult glitch, being the mimic clip, and just constantly pause buffer until the mimics and change the direction until the mimics walk into the wall, and then just moon slide off the screen.
Yeah, I've not gotten that one to work yet, personally. Okay. Hataka, I was like, well, why are we doing Main Street? And he just blind short charged it, I guess, so it was just 20 rupees, but...
I think that's the very heads-up play for him to do.
Yeah.
Might as well while you're down there, because you could also just spend the time wall jumping up there to find out, because he doesn't have space jump. So he'd have to wall jump up there to find out that it's an item, and if he needed it again, fall all the way back down to short charge. So might as well kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I mean, if you can short charge, I mean, I can most definitely short charge for sure. I'm telling the truth right now. Just kidding. I can't get it to work.
Yeah, I have a difficult time with the Main Street one for some reason. I've been able to get the short charge at Ridley Lava Dive. I've been able to get the short charge at Mother Brain, or before Mother Brain, that is, to speed through the Zeb. But I can never consistently get this short charge on Main Street.
So far in Pod, we got an Ether Medallion, and that's it for now. It's like Ivan's just gonna check and potentially open TR, and he will open it because it is Quake.
Yep, which is always nice.
Get out of the way and get a easy way back in here later on.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get this out of the way, because next time that he climbs up Death Mountain, you know, he'll hopefully have the hook shot or the means to deal with TR, so he can go through Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, you know, you play Pod, and we know that there's no Morphall, but it's Pod, so chances are you're still gonna find something you need. And Ether Medallion seems nice. Problem is, we just learned that it's not needed.
Correct, unless Myers either and oh no, Myers Bombos. Never mind, either Dream Dead. But yeah. Speaking of that mimic clip that we were talking about, Sept is doing the mimic clip without even pause buffering. So as you notice, the mimic is just walking ever so slightly down and flinching, and every time that he flinches, he clips farther and farther into the wall. So that's very impressive. Now he's moon sliding off of there, or moon walking off there.
Got him far enough. Good job on that one. And in the meantime, Hataka come up with Kane Samari in a watering hole, which is... This is exactly where we found it yesterday, actually.
Is that so?
I think so. I think that was yesterday. I think it was even on the same side. So,
Hataka getting all the items for ALTTP right now. It's gonna be a very comfy clear at this point for Hataka.
Yeah, still missing Bombos, and then even then, I mean, I guess, well, we know where do we know where it is? We don't know where it is. But still need hookshot or boost to even get in there too, so boots may yet still, well, let's say boots probably aren't required, because most of the time you're going to come up with a hookshot, especially when swamps.
Well, let's see what we find first. I'm sure our runners wouldn't mind either or right now. But Batoon, the fearsome water snake, is going to be going down very shortly on Hataka's side.
And it has the plasma, but no charge to make use of it here, unfortunately. Plasma and Batoon do not mix, or mix very well. Again, perspective.
I think they mix finely.
Yeah. Fine paste, right, okay. So, yeah, at 30 frames on our restream, I have no idea what Batoon tank was. But...
Yeah, I did not see that. Did anyone else catch the license plate on that Batoon tank?
Nice. That's a good one.
I'll also be here all week.
Blueberries is getting in chat here, so...
Taka farming up for that inevitable Dragoon fight because since he does not have charge, he's got 20 supers and 60 missiles. Takes 20 supers to kill Dragoon nice and comfortably, but he also does have speed, so he can short charge and get the speed kill. Which is also something I can't do consistently.
Yeah, nope. None of the tap charges work for me. I don't know. I've tried the magic pants. I've tried all that stuff. That's a little practice hack trick. I guess it changes one frame so you know when to tap, but that's just not in my tool bag.
That's alright. I mean, honestly, watching everyone else do it, they make it look so easy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it really puts in perspective how good all these runners are.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff is just a joke to them at this point. And it looks like Ivan going in for his first pod dip. He was on Dark Death Mountain. I was hoping to see to maybe go back into norfair play, but very unlikely. And it looks like Sept is going in checking Cathedral and checking I would assume Bubble Mountain for the 2 checks that he's able to do. 3 checks actually.
Yeah, and MM2. Gonna go ahead and find his piece of heart here in a little bit. Still looking for that morph ball, which Ataka now has a 20-minute lead on, despite having to do Aga.
Yeah, despite the Aga and despite dying at Croc, or directly after Croc, I should say. Yeah, it looks like the Hitaka's in a very, very comfortable lead right now, because everyone else is wailing and gnashing at their controllers.
Yeah, and even as we speak, down goes the shrimp, because this is speed gaming. You blink, you miss it. That's 2 of the G4 down. Super
Always
misses
nice
for
getting
a
little
reward.
supers.
Yeah.
I think it's actually nice to see Fire Rod and Bow and Kane of Samaria in Super Metroid, just for the sheer fact that it gives the runners less things to do. You know, if all that stuff was in ALTTP, then it would give them more checks to do, and get them farther and farther away from Morph Ball.
Yeah, you got a point, because Super Metroid is a very easy game to hundo, as it were. So if in the process you doing that, you get a bunch of Zelda items, you'll take them.
Yep, 100 checks in Super Metroid, and versus what, the 216 in Link to the Past, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like Sept is farming up right now, getting ready for the next Hell Run.
See, I thought they were kidding me whenever they said there's 100 items in Super Metroid. Like, what do you mean? Why would they design it exactly to be 100? Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I'm sure somebody's got the answer.
Or they just didn't want to have to do hard math. I think if I was a game dev, I would do exactly that, so I wouldn't have to do hard math. No fractions on my percents.
I'm watching Ivan right now because he was carrying a pot all the way through. What's going on here? The helmets are gone?
I too was wondering that.
Stair glitch something or another? Is that even a thing in pod? If it is, I've never seen it.
Right, looks like MM2's going in for their hammer spike cave check. Don't say hammer pegs. This is not hammer pegs. And Sept going to be upset when he looks, and I believe he gets his missiles over here.
Yeah, this is the Spike Cave being done right now is just illustrating how many of these little one-offs keep showing up and continue not to pay out. So,
I was worried about the one-offs in Super Metroid without Morph Ball, but the one-offs in A Link to the Past I feel like is infinitely longer.
Yeah,
even with the flute.
Yeah, exactly. Even with the flute, because a lot of these are underworld, and you don't have boots or a hook shot. 2 items, which in general just speed you up. So,
Local gamers do not have their go fast items in fast games. It's very sad.
More at 11. It's 10:30. Maybe by 11 we'll have something to report on their end, huh?
I'm hoping to have something to report on by 11 o'clock. Hopefully the breaking news will be everyone has their morph ball, but
Get morph ball, hit forfeit, unforfeit, rage, whatever. Just kidding, we don't forfeit here.
honestly, if I was in this seed, there's a slight chance that I would by 1:30 with no morph ball.
Yeah, I know when I see them go to Croc at this point, I'm gonna just keep an eye, like, as if they stop moving, and be like, "You okay? Are you okay? Can I help?"
Okay, we're getting the Croc Speedway from Zemp right now. Looks like Zemp will be the next person to pick up their morph ball, I believe. I don't think there's anywhere else they can go besides getting that morph ball check.
Yeah, if they visualize Croc escape, then then he already knows what that is. And so yeah, they're gonna. So yeah, he's already down there. So yeah, that's it.
Ooh, and Charge Beam in right sand pits.
Hmm. Yeah, it's nice. Did he check the left? I was watching all this other stuff.
I wish I could tell you, but I was also completely entranced by Zempt. And Zempt is actually going to Croc Escape. Okay, but dipping back at the very least.
Yeah, so he just didn't check it. That's fine. There's just one more thing to push.
Left sand pit was trash according to chat, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, if somebody doesn't check it, especially whenever the good item, quote unquote, is not required per se, then you'll usually see a quit, check the other one, quit, go back to the first one. But figured I'd better double check.
Save scumming is a very important thing in these runs. And here we come with the plasma check coming in from Hitaka. Not taking any risks.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. It is hard to say how he feels he is in terms of position in this race. Just some missiles here, but
We know where Zempt is going. Did Zempt not check the bottom or the Wrestle Croc?
I could not tell you at this point.
Oh,
look like it.
No, because he didn't have plasma. Zempt did not have plasma, so
let us hope upon hopes that Crumble Tower occurs to him after this.
Oh no, he's resetting out of there.
I saw the stutters.
Oh, Zempt.
If we have any SG staff that's done VOD archival and is still with us, but we're going to have to really dig deep to see when the last time anything of import was in Crumble Tower requiring speed.
I don't think I've ever seen that. If I'm going to be quite honest. Oh, Zempt, I'm so sorry. You were right there.
Now there goes. I say Ivan's running to the left, but that's not Crumble.
No, it is not. Zempt was the chosen one. It was supposed to be Zempt.
Usually with a. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, let's see where Ivan decides to go after he farms up. I believe he still has wave and all that to check, but let's see if he goes back down to Croc or if he just heads out of here.
MM2 with the swamp. Oh man.
Hook shotless swamp. Feels bad, man. And we get Morph Ball bombs first. Can flash would be very nice if you had Morph Ball. Unfortunately, MM2 does not.
That's such a kick in the pants.
Tell me, you get Morph Ball, you get Spring Ball, but you don't get the actual Morph Ball.
Remember how
Spring Ball.
Remember how bad we felt for Hitaka? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember just sitting there watching with a tear in my eye as Hitaka was clearing out Aga and got the 5 rupees sitting there like a silly chicken.
And Green Pendant and all that. I know a couple other people did Green Pendant. Wait, did they?
Yeah, it looks like Ivan's the only other one who went through the green pendant check.
Okay. Well, at least one, but that's still on the plate for MM2 and Zept. Ugh.
Looks like Ivan going back through Reverse Cathedral. So still Hitaka coming in with a near 30-minute lead, cruising in on these 3.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say before, Anna, this is cursed talk, so I apologize in advance, but usually in a 4-person restream, we look for what order they finish in. At this point, we're looking to see if they finish.
Oh, that is very cursed. You're making me feel like I need to go make a coffee right now.
I mean, there's going to be some effort put in for sure. You don't get on restream much these days, but it might be so late we might not get to talking about it. They might pop in long enough when they're done and be like, you know what, start screaming and then just disconnect, and that's it. And I wouldn't blame them.
Yeah, I think they get the free pass on that one tonight. Now, 129 Hitaka going in for pod, and we'll be able to full clear it.
Just getting game done right now.
Although I don't think anything was in pod.
Unless did we get a helmet clear yet? No, unless something was on helmet, because I never count when I'm calming in here. But
I'll be honest, I didn't count either, so I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume that everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Therefore, there's an item on Helmosaur.
okay, so a small break. Maybe it's a direction. Maybe it's a hint. Ivan in Red Tower coming up with a various suit. So that's one less thing for him to have to come up with at whatever point it becomes relevant.
But now Ivan locked out from going back down Red Tower, so he has to loop all the way around because he cannot open up the power bomb doors. However, it's still very nice to get various suit. So hopefully he heads down the crumble shaft now.
So that's the one instance I think we're going to find of a check, you know, not paying with what we're looking for, but paying at least something.
And MM2 coming in with his last available check in Swamp Palace. What will it be? We know it won't be Morph Ball, but it doesn't mean that it can't be something else.
Yeah, Axel, that was Alpha Peebs for Varia, and welcome to Speed Gaming 4. I had no idea what you were watching, but I'm sure it was less of a mess than this.
I can agree with that. However, welcome. And to catch you up, currently Hitaka, who previously did Aga, unlike the other runners, found Morph Ball in a very, very, very unfavorable spot, being Crumble Shaft behind Croc. And it is now taking a pretty comfortable lead on everyone else's. Everyone is struggling to find their Morph Ball. That pretty much sums up what's been going on for this last hour and a half.
Yeah, Hitaka has the sprite. It's medley from the Wind Waker, right? So the Dark World effect is it turns into a chicken without a moon pearl. Everybody else right now, sprite basically consists of them being chickens with no heads. It's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Heads are mildly important for doing brain processing.
Yeah. Yeah, Ether was in pod, but Ether's not going to help anybody today.
All right, Ivan's going back in.
There's a lot of people, like I said, out of the 18 runners running this thing, 14 off and 4 on our stream here. There's going to be a bunch of people sitting around staring at a map, I think.
I feel so bad that 18 people have to go through this. It would have been 20 if we were not calming.
Yeah, I did think about playing, but I knew that I would be like I can talk and stay awake, but after kind of day, lovely Monday, by the way, right? I would have been out. There's so much autopilot when you're in these seas that I have been known to doze.
You're not alone on that one, so it's all right.
Hard to say what would have happened, looking for this morph ball here, but
So I'm feeling like the runners are finally hitting their point right now, where there's really not many more checks they could do for the most part. No.
yeah, I would have said that a while ago, but then like all these little one-offs keep opening up. We got swamp, we got spike cave, looks like some skull wood dips that haven't been done yet.
Well, I believe 2 of our runners have gone through Skullwoods already, and we know that there's nothing in there. We now know that there's nothing in Swamp. Can they get into? They can't get into Ice Palace right now, I believe, right?
No,
Oh no, they can't.
No bombos, no fire rod. And I'm basically just saying what the runners are doing right now is, even if they were already done, now Ivan coming up with a hook shot. So
Oh, good and bad.
Yeah. I mean, here we are, Hitaka with the morph ball, but that opens a bunch more stuff, including the rest of swamp.
Yeah, and
I just can't anymore. I'm sorry.
with 7 items too, it sounds very juicy to head into Swamp right now, you know. So I wouldn't blame him if Ivan decided to just go straight into Swamp at this moment. Chase the hook shot. I think that's what I would do in this case. And never in a million years would I have thought about Crumple Shaft.
Yeah, so he's lava diving backwards and maybe just to get back to Zelda at this point. I don't know, but like, when does it end?
Yeah, it looks like he's going back to the... Well, he can't make it through up there, so he has to go back through Zelda no matter what. His only way of entry right now is the portal through LN. And yep, in chat bringing that up now as well. Good looks on there. Thank you, chat. And we are getting our Helmasaur fights, finally.
I had to think about the morph. Yeah, the power bombs to go up into that, what is that, Coliseum or whatever it's called. Messy.
I just realized Hitaka not having our tempered sword yet.
No, but dude's getting work done.
Yeah, another boss down, long dungeon down, and just the compass. So nothing on Helma.
Yeah, nothing at all pod by extension.
And yep, Ivan going in for that swamp play now.
You're gonna get a full clear of it, and it does need done, but that's the only good thing about this.
Man, Super Metroid holding all the goodies for A Link to the Past too. Let's just recap. Super Metroid had a bow, had a fire rod, a cane of Samaria, a moon pearl, and now a hook shot. That is 5 required items for this seed, for this game.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, it reports how long it took you to find each of the 4 specific Zelda items. It so happens that when you find them in Metroid, there's no way to determine the time, so a bunch of zeros get recorded. And I'm thinking we're going to see 4 zeros tonight.
4 zeros it'll be, but it certainly does not feel like 4 zeros for these runners.
Yeah, the only one on there that nobody's seen yet is Boots. You might not see him at this point. I think they'd want to see him just because they're nice to have, but
yeah, Hitaka picking up his space jump right now at the most explosive height cave there is.
Johnny Two Bombs upgraded, I guess. Huh?
And Zimp picking up the last check available, I believe, for them.
Did he do the right first? No, he didn't go there yet. But still, it's not going to be a hook shot. It's not going to be a morph ball. Oh, man. We'll get to see the rest of that from Ivan, but I don't see how he doesn't do the full clear first of left side.
Yeah, this is rough. This is truly rough. Looks like Bombo's check was just a little bit of cash, or maybe a lot of bit of cash, depending on how you look at it.
And that was the Hoda missile spot, right? In Lower Norfair on the way out of Ridley. So no morph required for that.
Nope.
The amount of stuff they're finding, yeah, without morph for Zelda. At all. Take your pick.
Yeah, which, you know what, he needs to do this. Ivan needs to do this anyway. All the runners need to do swamp anyway if they want to be able to make it to the friendly pig. That wants to just give you a big old hug in the end. But it's still rough. But at least Ivan coming in with the diver down, looking very clean, doing that as well.
Yeah, with no cane. Cane's easy for me for what it's worth, but I have not figured out any of the other methods yet. So
I need to still learn diver down. I've taken a break from a lot of this until recently due to school, and I got back, and all of a sudden now there's diver down and there's icebreaker, and I see it done. I just don't do them all the time, or don't know how to do them, I should say.
yeah, I've only been running for about a year, and that kind of surprised me that the Canis Mario tricks are just getting found now, because the block has always been wacky. I figured it must have been really hammering away at that, the people that come up with this stuff.
Beauty Morph was in the most nightmare spot possible. Yeah, it was the right word, and probably not enough words for it. The Morph Ball location.
Yeah, without morph, you have to do it backwards, but we have to emphasize just how bad that is here. I mean,
this is going to be something that these people will be talking about and fearing about for days, I think.
Yeah, nobody's going to want to talk about it. They might come in when they're done, but they're going to sleep real well tonight? Yeah, probably not.
Oh, don't worry. Vario was in Alpha PBs.
What do we need Vario for? I'm sorry.
Cutie was mentioning that technically that Moon Pearl was out of logic because Vario is required, but there's a little bit of debate in the chat that hard logic might say no. So technically, if that's the case, Hitaka would be in out of logic.
This hard logic tonight, it's probably something we could cut into the overlay at some point, but
oh, Cutie apparently checked it the other day there and says that it is not in logic. Either way, Varia being in Alpha PBs, they're able to get it. They just have to do a really, really, really horrible long loop throughout most of the planet. And MM2 coming in, getting his hook shot. So, something to note then, if Hitaka is familiar with the logic and knows that Varia is required from the Morph Ball, then Hitaka would know that to head to locations that you can go to without Morph Ball to be able to pick up his Varia suit.
yeah, well, if it's out of logic, and I mean, if it is out of logic, I mean, here's the thing: a lot of these top runners, like the four we have here on Restream, don't run trackers. But even those that do, if it's out of logic, it won't show up at all. So that could be why it's not occurring to anybody.
I think it depends on the tracker because I know some of the ones that I've used before will show it, and it'll be, for example, like green, it'll be in logic, orange, it'll be gettable but out of logic, and then red is just like, or on not shown is you can't get it. So I think it might depend on the tracker that they use, but I could be wrong. I haven't used an SMZ tracker in forever.
Yeah, someone by the name of Dorkmaster Fleck makes the one for emo tracker that I'm actually not aware of other trackers. I'm sure there are some, but his does not include yellow items, as it were. Those that would be out of logic but doable or whatever. But
Maybe I'm just thinking of ALCTP ones or Super Metroid ones.
yeah, not in hard logic anyway. It's just the way he designed it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've been working on the assumption this whole time that it was in logic, so I don't know.
I thought it was in logic as well with as many E-tanks as they had, but as chat is pointing out, it is out of logic. So, and MM2 leaving lower norfair right now, coming up with just hook shots. We'll probably see a double dip swamp because I believe MM2 already went into swamp along with Zemp without the hook shot, and Ivan full clearing swamp, and it doesn't look like that he really came out with anything. Oh, came out with high jump boots. Definitely missed that one, so that's always nice to have.
Yeah, nice to have. I guess it doesn't actually open anything else that would be unworthy at this point either. So we'll take them.
I'll take whatever movement item I can. And Hitaka the Exterminator coming in with this moth kill very, very soon. And there it is. It would have been on cue had he not missed a spin, but it's okay.
Ooh, look, a penny.
Just a buck for swatting the moth. That's all you get.
Well, what I don't know is if he beeline, did he beeline the boss? Because in that case, at least that's a check out of the way. And then maybe you don't have to clear the rest of this out.
I don't notice if he did or if he didn't either, but that would be a good heads-up play to do.
So yeah, there was talk about no mode, and yeah, Hitaka, by virtue of the morph, is just getting goal-oriented stuff down. But what have we actually not seen yet that we do need? Nothing, right?
Bombos.
Bombos. There, okay.
And if chat wants to be extra mean to the runners, big key on boots or on torch.
Oh
if
yeah.
they want to be extra mean to the runners today.
I mean, you get a seed like this, you can't not think it would be possible.
All right, Zemp going through amphitheater right now. Going to be picking up their hook shot in the next 2 to 3 minutes or so. And I don't know how I would be feeling right now if I was creeping up to the 2-hour marker with no morph ball yet.
Yeah, we regularly will see these runners finish in 2.5 hours, maybe 2:45. Not be talking about, oh wait, I still got a whole other game to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say generally, 3 hours would be a bad seed or a rough seed, and we're hitting that 2-hour mark very soon. That is a very good point from chat. It is very evil that Morph is not locking too much, because as QD's pointed out, they've been able to get all this and go this far without Morph at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which was my biggest concern at the beginning of the game. But for Zelda, to be honest.
You know, there's a short list of things that open things up in Super Metroid. Morph's obviously the first one, but then speed and screw attack, both of which they have.
I'm almost wondering who rolled this seed, because I don't know if this person should be allowed to roll seeds anymore.
Well, yeah, I was saying that a while ago, and it had just scrolled off the screen, so lucky to them.
they live to torture a group of people another day, at least one more time.
Somebody knows. It'll just be a matter of if anybody wants to name names. So there's MM2 finishing up Swamp, getting the required crystal done, which is not something you feel bad about, just more wondering. X-ray and grapple in Hookshot Cave there for Ivan. So, Shack Tool? Can you even have a morph on Shack Tool?
You cannot because you need morph to get in there.
Do you? Okay.
Ivan definitely scratching his head right now, though, because as you saw from just kind of staring there at the blank expression on the Shy Guy's face.
You can walk into the room, huh? It's just the powerbomb wall in front, right? Because if so, that's something I would do for sure.
Oh, yeah, you can't even make it there because you had the powerball wall. You're right. Or powerbomb wall.
Yeah, is that the only thing that blocks it, though? Or is there something else? I'm just curious at this point.
No, if you go in through grapple, that's the only thing that blocks it from that side, I think.
Yeah, so true to expectation, I was going to see this at some point. Ivan is just staring at a map because what can you do?
Yeah, that's truly the thing. What can you do? And I don't know, like you mentioned, if they're looking at the tracker, maybe it's not even showing up that they can do. Oh, actually, for Ivan, it would show up that he can do Crumble Tower.
Does it?
Yes, because Ivan has the Varia suit.
Okay.
So Ivan has truly checked everything that he could. He needs to stay on Death Mountain, head to Upper Norfair, and go back down the Croc Speedway. But unfortunately, Ivan can't hear me right now, so he's going back and he's talking to the bottle vendor who sold him a bottle already, which was not a bottle.
Oh, man. I mean, I bet you they all think they're the only ones that are, you know. Cause it's just look at this. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, man. And nothing's coming up in Hookshot Cave either.
Yeah, this just doesn't happen. I mean, I've been rebuilding the situation on that tracker just to see, because I'm just curious at this point. I'm doing it slowly because I'm working this thing, but
this is criminal. This is truly criminal.
Yeah, like the number of times we talk about how bad a seat is.
And to top it off, he deadlocked himself. But we're getting the Norfair play. I think Ivan might have. I think he's telepathically hearing me right now, because I think we're getting back to Croc, and we're doing the Crumble Tower, and I can only imagine how it must feel to get this an hour and 50 in after you had checked it. So Taka going through his blind area right now, and will not be getting anything to note, if I recall.
Tell you what, it's an easy day for those who handle the audio. So we're just going to leave it on Hataka, and that's it. But Ivan is going to come up with it quite shortly.
Ivan.
And I want to see how long he sits here. I mean, I'm just that way, I guess.
I do the same thing. And there's Morph Ball. And now he's gone. Now
he's just gone.
Yeah. He's just out of there. I would be feeling so behind right now. I can only imagine how behind Ivan feels right now with this, and I'm almost wondering if that's going to influence any other plays later down the line.
Yeah, assuming there's any left to make. I mean, we'll see, but you know he's got to go back to Lower Norfair and deal with Ridley, which he's already at. So. Hitaka. What was it? That was an hour, right? 1 hour, pretty much on the dot.
Yeah,
Finding that
Taka
morph
got
ball.
it at about an hour.
Look at this. 151 something.
That is just unbelievably evil.
That's nobody's fault at all. It's just,
Nope. It's just the game reminding you that it's humble most of the time, whether we think so or not.
well, and that's why I'm still rebuilding this tracker, because, you know, no disrespecting it, but I mean, I just, well, no, because Varia is accessible. That's why it's in logic, right?
Correct.
It's accessible, though. Okay, so.
And it looks like MM2 coming back for the third time, I believe. No, Zemp was the other one. So MM2 coming back for the second time. Zent will be coming back here for the third time.
Yeah, I guess I've just been playing this for a year now, figuring that Varia, the only thing you need it for is lower norfair, so maybe that's part of my problem. So, MM2, runner number 3.
Yep, MM2 getting his morph ball at 153. I haven't already booked it over to Crade.
Yeah, at this point, you're thinking goal and hope you find what you need on the way. I mean, for Hitaka, we're kind of really not, but
I mean, I don't think Kataka needs to find many more items, though.
yeah, just the ones that everybody else has come up with in the process. So that's, you know, a hook shot of bombos.
I think the hardest item for Hitaka to find is going to be that barrier suit, because if Hitaka doesn't, that's thinking if Hitaka doesn't fully understand the logic that barrier has to be morphless, because if you already have your morph ball, why, you know, I don't imagine too many people go into alpha PBs in that case, you know.
Yeah, I see it after a Rex ship play, which nobody's done yet. So hopefully that's the case. I think for Hitaka, it's just a matter of having too much else to do right now.
Yeah, which is both the blessing and the curse. I'm almost wondering where that Bombos medallion could be hiding, though, right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the most open-ended thing we're going to have to look for, with everything else being found.
Yeah, and Hitaka could be getting their level 3 sword now. And that nice red sword is always a joy, especially when you don't find silvers. All right, just a heart container, some missiles at Mama Turtle coming in from Ivan's side. And I think Ivan's the only one. Does Ivan? No, Ivan doesn't have charge yet. Do you remember where charge was? I think that was Meridia, right?
I remember you mentioning it, but not where right this minute.
I want to say it was right Sandpits, which means Ivan is
There
probably...
it is. Sandpit. Thank you, Mad.
Yes, thank you very much.
But Ivan's going to the beach. Not going to find anything there, but we'll shortly come up with the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, he's got to go to the watering hole first. Getting that variolous GT fight coming in for that heart container.
Yeah, charged plasma will make it rather nice. Even got an energy station right here, so not too bad.
Yep, and locking GT into a certain animation, just jumping and, you know, not really having to bother him too much. Now we have 3 runners with morph, and Zempt is still waiting on getting their morph ball right now. So I can only but we'll be getting it very shortly.
Yeah, he's been staying busy, so it's a sooner or later thing. It's just the later, by definition, here is just something to behold.
Right. I almost wonder what our friendly elephant ghost is hiding today. Maybe he has the goodies.
Just simple bombos on the way. Wreck ship has everything else. Go mode, see ya. I don't know. Any catch Hataka's E-tank count, now that I'm actually wanting to know it, but you may not get very at all, and just to heck with him.
I want to say Hitaka was at 8 or 9, last I recall.
So Ivan's resetting the charge, I'm guessing probably, like I mentioned before, for reasons of only checking that one so far. So he may return to get it, but
I would imagine that Ivan would return to get it on the way out. Just check it for now. Check both pits, and then afterwards kill Dragoon, because he does have grapple, so he can still get the quick kill. And then on the way out of Meridia, route it by getting that. Unless he wants to go through the portal in Meridia, which I highly doubt he would want to pop up in Dark Shopping Mall.
yeah, there's the other armor, so another reset. I don't know, he's got a kind of missile count that makes it, optional to this point with as much as left as he's got to do.
Sure, he's got quite the impressive amount of normal missiles. 40 supers is nice, but we're ideally you want more just because the supers will make him go by faster. But he does have a lot of missiles to start off with.
Yeah, so he's either going to skip it or just do it after Dragon, so...
Yeah, I mean, one of the big reasons that you want charge beam is the microwave Dragon or one of the reasons in this case, if you want to pick it up beforehand, I should say, is the microwave Dragon, since he has plasma wave and X-ray and can do that neat little microwave beam trick. However, he also has grapple and can just grapple kill.
Yeah, grapple, which would be the easy, quick one. Speed, if you like, you have options. And at this point, with the morph the way it was, we're going to see bare minimum from here on out, I believe.
Just bombs at Batoon as well. I finally saw it for once. And nice full hat. Oh wait, actually, yeah, there we go. Nice full hat coming in from Ivan. Now that trick, keeping the speed, getting 4 precise wall jumps, and then you have very, very, very minuscule time to work with to be able to get that extra jump after the door opening transition and not bonk, and then also get the right height to make sure that you don't bonk too high or bonk too low. So he came in with the full halfy, and he did a really good job. That's a rather difficult trick to get done, especially get done consistently.
Yeah, this guy is, top 4 in any race he enters about, and it's that kind of stuff that'll allow him to get there. So he's not used to playing Metroid this late, I'm sure, so he's going to be...
Maybe even for this long, too. And JW Hookshot was in Lower Norfair Escape. It was right after... It was... Which one was it? It was before the Key Hunters, right?
They call it Hoda Ruby. It's right outside of prison. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that's the nice thing that Ivan's demonstrating right now that I like about speed killing Dragoon. It's that you get the blue suit state if you do it right, and you can either try to risk it and try to go for a spike suit here, or you can just hold the blue suit, meaning that you can't run anymore, or you can't sprint, you have to walk the entire way, and then you just, I believe you just crouch and you activate it, and he's going to be doing that to get the reverse halfy.
Get in, get out, get gone. I have no idea how to do any of that, and there he goes. Had enough of this place.
What a dream it would be to consistently be good enough to actually go through that room with ignoring it. And MM2 getting his Cane of Samaria out in the watering hole. But Hitaka still looking for that Bombos medallion right now.
Yeah, little does he know, everybody else is too. So with all they've had to do, it still hasn't shown up. So chances go up that he just runs right into it. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, the downside to Hitaka's advantage is that now the whole siege is blasted wide open without him being funneled anywhere. So there, if Bombos is in a really, really nasty check or something that is very unlikely for him to really want to go explore, for example, we'll say Billy Mays, then he might lose some time to that. Granted, he has quite a hefty lead compared to everyone else, but
You say Billy Mays, and here I am thinking, oh, we have seen next to none of Green Brinstar or the rest of Retro Bryn. What time is it?
what if I wonder what if Bombos would be in Green Bryn and be where am I thinking? And behind Wavegate.
Mm-hmm. Could be possible. I personally played a few seasons, not nearly this bad with the Morph Ball, but have had Bombos as the only required item in Green Bryn.
In chat informing us right now that there's 2 forfeits going on so far in this race.
Yeah, there's a whole
I can't blame him.
There's a whole handful of reasons. I mean, it could be real life stuff, but I mean, it's hard not to picture what's really going on here.
That's fair. All right, and Zempt will be coming in soon with his Kana Samaria as well. Just a few door transitions away. Ivan giving us the X-ray check right now and getting pulled by the Yapper. Very unfortunate, but thankfully he has various, so the spikes are laughable damage at this point, especially with as many E-tanks as he's got.
Check and ditch, didn't catch it. Maybe arrows.
I think it was arrows.
Yeah.
Sniping that little Yapper before it snagged him. Probably the right call.
Yeah, if you even with a suit or two, if you're not watching what you're doing, you can die in here and end a whole lot of progress that you didn't expect to have to save before coming in. X-ray room can be sneaky.
Very nice rising shot coming in from Ivan to be able to deal with Red Tower and just ignore the wall jumps and rippers. Screw and all that makes it very easy, but still very nice coming in from him. And he's gonna be doing the second check to Alpha PB, so he's backtracking. This is what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking when I was saying before, like, hey, I wonder how many people are gonna be doing like checks like this, because if I'm feeling this behind, I'm gonna be checking those dirty spots right there that are more technically more flocked.
Yeah, it's sometimes valuable to find garbage because it means it's one less place you have to worry about later. But MM2 headed to Shack Tool. We had some calls for Bombos here, so nope, just some missiles.
Yep, the dream is dead. All right, now here's the real question: does he spare Shack Tool?
I don't. Yeah, no, he's dead.
That is one cadaverific robot.
Say we have plasma, even if we don't have time for it. Yeah, just nope.
And we have our favorite tri-headed turtle coming in right now. On Hitaka's screen, that is. And should be a nice clean 2-cycle coming in. Temper Sword makes that really nice and easy.
Yeah, there's a little bit of RNG here. Unfortunately, even if you do this the right way, you still get some ice floor, which, as you can see, is causing some extra cycles on the ice head. But just a few seconds.
Yep, nothing too bad. And let's see if Trinix is holding anything, because once again, I really didn't see too much in TR.
Yeah, nothing of note. So even Laser Bridge was dead. wasn't counting either, so it might just, yeah, compass.
Yeah, I'm really thinking that either Green Brin or Wrecked Ship is the play. Because Green Brin, I want to say they have 1, 2, 3, 4 items in Green Brin. No, 5, 6 actually. 7. They have 7 items in Green Brin.
It
Oh, never mind. I
keeps,
didn't count Edicoons or Animals PB. They have a lot in Green Brin
yeah,
too still.
yeah, it definitely adds up.
So that plus Wrecked Ship, I'm thinking those is the play. And Zempt going to be figuring out very soon that there's not too much behind this robot's sand pit. But we got Ivan coming in with everyone's favorite elephant ghost, so...
Yeah, there's Wreck ship is usually something that's done, before a half an hour has elapsed, and then you have so many checks in here, you find half the stuff you need on you go. But at this point, it's just the one, so it's got a good chance of being here.
Yeah, and Ivan demonstrating that microwave beam technique that I was talking about before. Just saying no to Phantoon's patterns and just not giving him a chance. Alright, Hataka being the only runner here, I think, who did not get lucky with the fairy before his spike cape check. And let us see what is now in Wrecked Ship, because this is all new information for us. I believe Ivan is the first one to go check in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just a ham on super right side supers.
So the fact that Hataka's doing stuff like this, I guess, means he's run out of Zelda checks that are on the path of the required items, but still got Ridley to do. Everybody still has Ridley to do, for that matter.
Yeah, but Hataka being the only one who cannot complete Ridley right now without having to do some crystal flashes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Even that would be tough with 20 power bombs and 7 tanks. So he's going to be. What's up?
I was just gonna say, I wonder if Hataka checked criteria power bombs. I don't think I've seen any runner check criteria power bombs yet.
No, I don't, because that's morph required too. So there's a flute up there yesterday, and I just didn't go there because it's one thing. I don't need to be there, but could have used it.
So always a feel bad, man, when you miss out on a movement item.
Yeah, it wasn't like I think yeah, we didn't even need it, so I actually had to go through Lower Norfair twice to get back to a required mire. But yeah, enough about that. This thing here takes the cake of all nasty seeds that I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, and it looks like Hataka is probably going to be getting his very, very soon if he decides to go down this wave. Which it looks like he does, and he will be very, very happy. And probably want a full clear LN after this.
Yeah, he may head straight down or may just finish up with Phantoon. Either way, I mean, you got to get him done, so.
And gets eaten by the Violet Plume for 10 seconds, or 5 seconds. Hataka probably feeling not too bad about that Varia suit, to be honest. Probably not great, but considering where morph placement was, probably not bad either. O was at Norfair Reserve.
Yeah, it was, I think, very first thing Hataka came up with after that morph ball. Deservedly so.
Yeah, he ran straight into Bow, followed by Fire Rod, followed by Kane, like 5 minutes later. He just hit a plethora of ALTTP items.
Yeah, for anybody who's just popping in, I just want to recap real quick the key of this whole thing. Hataka found a morph ball an hour before anybody else, but he also did Aga 1, which is not required, and Green Pendant, which was desert and also not required. But he's got this massive lead on everybody now, so it feels like yesterday at this point.
Yeah, and speaking of, it's 12 minutes late, but happy 2 hour mark. Hopefully, we won't be saying happy 3-hour mark, but
Well, happy 1 was for Hitaka. Happy 2 is everybody else, assuming they can still actually be capable of having happiness. So
I would not be at this point. So power to them for having the mental stability for this.
yeah, they're getting thanks from me for sticking around after that.
All right, so it looks like Attack coming in with the wreck ship check, and looks like we got Ice Beam so far.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to have. You know, you're going to check this when you're not in go mode anyway, so I see everybody getting this.
Yeah, this is a quality of life thing. And I guess nothing was on wreck ship reserve, because it looks like that Ivan didn't want to go back up there and check it out.
Yeah, I think he dipped in from the upper door.
Probably that's a smart play. So it looks like wreck ship also coming up dry. We're still in search for that ever so elusive Bombos medallion, and maybe, just maybe, if this scene hates the runners enough, boots. Although if this seed really wants to be mean, they give him boots first, because then they unlocks all the boost checks.
Yeah, and I was gonna say we gotta get this thing checked here. You just mentioned a few minutes ago above the ship, which Ivan's gonna go ahead and do, and it's nothing. So out of his mind, but
I wonder, did anybody check the back of Gauntlet? I don't think so. I don't think they could have, to come to think about it.
nope. Power bombs will check it either way. Yeah, he made it. Ivan may not want to go through Gauntlet again. I think he's gonna check it here, just not really care. He'll turn around if he needs to, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart call to do. There he goes, and we'll see if this is anything important right now while we are serenaded by these lovely screams from the Elephant Ghost.
Some arrows and some blue something or another. So
I think they were bombs, so nothing of importance. And we're getting our Brinstar cleanup right now, which I don't think we've seen from Hitaka's side, come to think of it.
Nope, he hung her right.
Oh, I think I am blind. Chat saying boomerangs and silvers. So
Oh, yeah. Well,
I am blind.
Well, the silvers would have been nice, but after this, I think everybody's committed to just doing things the hardest way possible, because you were.
Also, how much time is silver's really gonna save you on Ganon? You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, go turning around to get it, you wouldn't do, but if he had gone through that way in the first place, that's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, then that's a gimme, but. Alright, we're going to take our first sneak peek into Edicoons now, see what they're holding, and see if the animals are holding anything nice for us.
Ice beam getting in the way a little. It's, oops.
There's the elusive medallion. And boots!
Oh, well. The seed has finally relented. So this is actual go mode for Ivan, isn't it?
No, it's not, because he needs bow first.
Oh, that's right, okay.
So we are in no mode right now as commentators in chat, because we know that Ivan just needs the bow that is in Norfair Reserve, and we know that Hitaka just needs Bombos Medallion that is sitting in Edicoons.
Now, it would still be funny if a big key was on Torch and GT, right? Even if it just gave you the boots right next to ideal go mode, but
that would be such a slap in the face.
Just in case anybody grabs Bombos and turns around, well, you'd hate to see that.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, come to think of it, thank you, chat. Thank you, Axel, for reminding me. Hitaka also does not have hookshot, but that is on the way outside with LN Escape, so being at Hodorubi Missiles.
Yeah, I see him not walking the whole way down there. He's going to go through Zelda to get there, but most certainly leave the right way and come up with it. So good, Ivan. You don't even see what room he's in half the time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If only this game had progressive bows, then Ivan would actually be the first one in go mode, because Silver's would have been bow. So the question is, how long does it take for Ivan to get back to Upper Norfair? Which, if he's doing green Bryn cleanup and pink Bryn, I wouldn't imagine is going to be terribly long, since he can go down to Ridley and with Dragoon and all the other G4 bosses cleared on his end. So
Yeah,
I
and
think this might be the play for him.
I hadn't said it yet, but I'll go ahead and do it now. That hour lead on the morph ball that Hitaka had. I mean, it's not an hour lead no matter who you are. It's an item because everybody else cleared stuff in the process, right? But we still got a race here, I say, because Hitaka's a good runner in both games. That Ivan is just one of these immortal types. So
Yeah, I strongly agree with you. And for the fact that he ran into Bombos now, and he ran into Boots nonetheless as well, I feel like that he definitely closed a lot of that time gap. And he's also got 3 crystals done. So he hasn't been slacking in ALTTP by any means. He's done a lot of the overworld checks, which Hitaka might end up doing at some point, depending on what he decides to path. But I'm gonna assume he's gonna go rampage through Super Metroid right now, since Super Metroid's been holding all the goodies. Quite literally everything except for Ice Rod and Hammer and gloves, I think.
yeah, I mean, even as this Bombos thing comes up, we're in Metroid, so yeah.
So we'll see what direction Ivan decides to go in Norfair, because he can be thinking one of two things. He could be actually, I was gonna say that he could be thinking that he might end up just going to LN and clearing LN, but he did most of that already. Come to think of it, so he knows that LN doesn't have too much, which is probably why he's gonna check Billy Mays first.
Yeah, you can get everything except prison in the underwave check or whatever it's called, but prison you can eyeball. So that leaves one check that's unknown, but he'll be going right through it.
And picking up his 20 that's been available since the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so he's going to go through this, and which makes perfect sense when you're here. It's just that we know that for once, Retro Bryn has nothing.
Right, and you can't blame the poor fella. And looking like we're getting that 2 hour and 20-minute ped check coming in from MM2, which we've known since the 5-minute mark that it's just some couch cash.
Yeah, the amount of hundo commitments going on in this race right now, I'm sure, is up there.
There was more, but it didn't matter because it's just some money and a little bit of love.
So Billy... Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Billy Mays, yeah, has nothing. I can see him. He's like halfway turning around before the shot hits the block that needs to get uncovered for the item. And that's just, I guess that's just the way to run Super Metroid. Because
I haven't taken the elevator. I think he's gonna do speed check in the climb.
Yep.
And come to think of it, I don't know if he did Old Mother Brain or not.
Must have. So I'm gonna play a little game with myself here. I guess. What is this? $50, $300. Fireball. It's okay.
So, did you win or did you lose?
I lost. I was guessing money.
I think MM2 is going to give us our first Ridley kill of the day.
I've been coming up with all 4 swords now. That one at 230 missiles. I mean, definitely don't care about silvers now. But...
Well, he's officially upgraded his sword from this red hot searing tempered blade to that nice cold butter.
I mean, actually, I think the only reason he even picked up this point is because you got enough of Zelda left to do. It's not just for Ganon, it's for everything else. It's just, you know, it'll help you that much more. But if it was just Ganon, I'd say to heck with the thing.
Yeah, because, you know, unfortunately, or either fortunately or unfortunately, however whatever way you want to look at it, Butter Sword is not going to improve your spin attack. So, and to do Silverless Ganon, you got to, unless you're really tight with your inputs, you have to do you have to do spin attacks. And Ivan having to do the Bomb Teresa fight, while Hataka gets to escape the Bomb Teresa fight due to not having bombs. And Hataka going back into Zelda, but I don't know if he has any checks in here or if he's just using it to warp.
Yeah, just the warp. That's kind of what I expected. Now, when he comes over that hook shot, he's going to have to come back here to do Swamp, but it's for a little bit later. See, and then Ivan's got that done, but still has things like Skull Woods, TR, which Hataka's got done, and that's pretty much the longest dungeon in the game.
Right. Ivan's still got quite a bit to go through. Oh, and Ivan's going to be picking up the silvers from the looks of it.
Well, I mean, everybody's better at one game or the other whenever they're playing SMZ3. So, no shame, no blame.
I can't fault him for that. I probably would have gone back and gotten them myself.
Like I said, you know, this is like my favorite Rando to play. It just is, but I think I'm good at Super Metroid, but I'm watching this. I'm like, yeah, no, forget it.
Looks like M2 getting grabbed a couple times by our friendly Space Pelican.
Speed Gaming Prime's over here now with 95. I think, yeah, everybody's going to be coming here today with the length that this seat's going to be taking. We have a 1 hour morph ball if you're Hataka, 2 hours if you're everybody else. And that's largely the story of it for quick wrap-up purposes.
Yeah, and Hataka was the only one that did Aga. That's really it. Aside from that, they've all just been doing their checks and doing their darndest best. Oh, and you hate to see it. You hate to see Space Jump troll you and, you know, not give you that last jump and you fall down and lose all your progress.
Yeah, and GDDQ says here now Hataka's, still got to go back to the Burn Loop at some point. I mean,
yeah,
he's got stuff to do, so that's good. Now, how much of Swamp does he do if he does it before the Burn Loop, which he probably will?
Yeah, with the route that Hataka's going, I'm afraid that Hataka's gonna grab their hook shot, and that's gonna make the executive decision of, hey, I'm gonna go chase down this hook shot now because it was all the way back here, and I'm going to go and I'm gonna go do Swamp. I think that's the dangerous way of thinking, which is the best way of thinking.
The Swamp is not terrible. It's a little shorter than TR, even if you float clear, as long as you do your diver downs, which he's got all the tools to do. So, you know, we'll see where it puts them, I guess, because they got their butter swords here. I mean, albeit on differing routes, but they got them around the same time. They did a little high five there. If you just want to measure extraneous checks.
You're not wrong. And Sept going in, getting ready for the TR big chest, as well as M2 escaping norfair. And let's see if M2 gets their bow afterwards, because I'm gonna imagine after you clear norfair, even if Ivan decides to just go straight to LN, clear LN, I feel like if Ivan goes back up to norfair, then he's gonna do the upper norfair checks. But obviously, going down and chasing the Zelda checks right now to see if anything is on Zelda, since he's really just looking for the bow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back to chat for a second, which chat just took care of. Hookshot, Hitaka's going to run right into. So at this point, you do your goal stuff. So I see 99% him to go into Swamp or some other required crystal after that, which I guess in his case that's it. because he doesn't
No,
have
he can do Ice
bombos.
Palace. He has Bombos now, so and Fire Rush.
Yes, as a pendant. So,
Oh, never mind. Don't do Ice Palace. That's not a good time.
has anybody been in here though? I'm trying to think now.
No, I don't think anybody dipped ice because that was hard morph ball required.
Yeah, so wouldn't have anything anyway then. So I guess now we know where everything is just about. So
Yep, M2 getting their bow and now leaving Norfair effectively, running away like a bandit. And now MM2 is just a bombos away from go mode. Come to think of it.
it's a good question. Does Ivan have the bow? He just got the silvers, but no, he does
No,
not. Okay.
Ivan did not do an up Norfair.
So probably do LN and then just wrap it up on the way out. That's probably the way I'd do it. Not that you should play like I do, but it does dump you out right up there. So
Yeah, really, this is truly a race because people are getting dungeons done, but those who are getting the dungeons done right now, like full clearing, versus those who will be getting their go mode items with a couple dungeons ahead and can just quite literally go mode it. You know, that will add up.
yeah, go modes of dungeons. There's nothing to shake any sort of stick at that you might have in your possession.
Right, you know,
Yeah.
go moding TR. I don't know if big key was early, but I believe you just need big key and what, 2 small keys to be able to go mode TR.
Yeah, it doesn't change much in TR. TR is just one of those. It's like the dungeon that is, I guess, least changed by go mode, but you still get to skip mimic and all that. So,
True, and you also get to skip laser bridge.
I mean, you might need to go there. Something to think of it. You might need to go there get a key, depending on what skips or steals you do. But yeah, the rest of the dungeons though will save you some time.
Yeah, and Hitaka's coming up on his hook shot very soon. Not in this room, but in the following room at Hodorubi Missiles. And then Hitaka will just be a bombos away from go mode as well.
Bombos is go mode and then boots right behind it, or go fast mode, go for sure mode.
And welcome to Speed Gaming 2 now, who is rating us for the party of 48.
That's just about everybody, I think.
Yes,
welcome to the late show here on Speed Gaming 3.
We are the last channel standing, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, even if we didn't start last, I mean, this seed though. So yeah, the quick recap, and to add to it from the last one I just did, Hitaka had a morph ball at Crumble Tower. It was required to get, you had to get to it with speed, the back way. He had it in an hour. Everybody else had it at 2 hours here on Restream. And despite that, Ivan, like, tell me a time you find a morph ball an hour ahead of everybody else and you don't win or place very highly, but Ivan is making a show of it here and just destroying Super Metroid. He's got to do some Zelda now, but despite that deficit of finding that #1 most required progression item in either one of these games, he's picking up the pace rather well.
Yeah, and this is what you mentioned before. You know, Ivan's just one of those legends that he's got the execution, he's got the decision making, he's got the knowledge, he's very consistent. So he can close up a lead pretty fast and pretty well. And Hitaka looks like Hitaka's gonna be chasing down that hook shot, like I was assuming, and going to swamp next. And as we know, it's gonna turn up with nothing. But to Hitaka, that is 7 juicy checks that he can get. All right, Sky. I am in fact chuckling from that. You got us. You got us pretty good. For those those of you who are not reading the chat.
Combos, oh my god.
Yeah, I love a good dad joke. I love a good dad joke. between Ivan and Hitaka, go mode is coming down to bomb bows. So thank you, Sky, for that one.
Yeah, I had to read that 3 times. That's amazing.
For R6, I hope you're here all week as well.
See, I can get away with saying stuff like that about being here all week, because guess what? Next one of these races is next week.
And I will be looking forward to that. And I will also be hoping that we get blessed with the jet seed next time.
Yeah, just a little bit of morph ball in Link's house, and just a box that has every other item in it right after that. Yeah.
I would like to see Morphin Link's house, a sword on Uncle, Varia on the chest by Uncle, maybe Gravity and Power Bombs and Hyrule Castle. You know, I would like to see some not too much to ask for, just that.
Yeah, and speaking of gravity, it had early gravity. It had no use for how long?
Oh, Gravity had a use. It was to be able to let the runner get the speed charge in the acid after Croc.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, was it Hitaka did that? Who did that? Ivan.
Ivan, I think.
Yeah, there's a logical wall jump way out of the grapple area. It's not fun, so he did himself a little short charge in the goop and got out that way.
Which, honestly, smart on his part.
Oh yeah.
Because none of them could get Space Jump yet, which was sitting in Hype Cave. So yes, Zemp now going in and taking care of the friendly Space Pelican. And now, here's what I was thinking. Ivan is going to be clearing Lower Norfair right now, because he can now do a couple more checks along the way after just clearing worst room of the game, which really is not so bad when you have Space Jump, Screw, and High Jump. And he's going to be checking everything over here to find that there's nothing more in LN for him. However, on the way back up, let's see if he, because he's going to get spit out in Upper Norfair, let's see if he just goes and does all those Upper Norfair checks since they're along the way. Or if he decides to go back down through the through LN for some reason. But I don't imagine that happening.
So yeah, as expected, he's gonna do the nice and easy diver downs and clear all this stuff out. Now, the only thing is, this is one of those dungeons. There's a handful of them, but they have these long lines in them. No boots, so this is still a little slow. It's not terrible, but right now
Full
you want to
clear
go fast.
swap is still nothing to scoff at, unfortunately, when it comes to time. Especially with Ivan closing in on Upper Norfair, you know, the clock is really ticking. And what's more likely, Ivan to hit Upper Norfair first, or Hitaka to hit Bomb or hit Green Brinstar and Edikuns first? And I just realized MM2 doing the Fantoon clip. Checking to see what gravity is from behind. He's doing the X-ray climb, which I didn't realize was allowed in this mode now.
I don't claim to know what I don't. When I play, I just assume Super Metroid doesn't have rules. So
probably not a bad place to or bad philosophy to go by. So yeah, he's checking out. He's checking this out from behind.
Yeah, what I keep hearing is don't go out of bounds, but this MM2, he ain't gonna do it on Restream if it's illegal. So
I agree. I don't know if you can explain it better than me, but the way that the trick works is that you grapple onto the Ripper that's out there, and you swing yourself into the wall, and you're in a forced crouch. So because of that, you clip up with X-ray, and you constantly do X-ray turns, and it climbs you up until you finally hit that wall barrier of the door. I think I think that's how it works. I could be incorrect. So if anyone else has a better explanation,
You know, it ain't gonna be me because I've never seen it before. So I've seen it in other places, but good luck. I have no idea how to do it. I just play. You know what I mean?
I'm hearing from chat that X-ray climbs are not out of bounds. Therefore, it is fair.
Well, yeah, no. Some of them are, but
Well, yeah, like I don't think the one in Dragoon is considered fair. I think that one technically is out of bounds. But I also could be wrong.
you mean to get out without gravity or something? Because if that's the case, I think I've seen it done, but
Yeah, like in RBOs. I believe they
yeah.
have to do that in RBO.
Yeah, I kind of I think I've seen that one done in a race at some point.
Oh, I'm hearing that there's a possibility that that one is not out of bounds either. So
Yeah, in fact,
apparently that is fair game.
actually, yeah, I think it was something I crewed. Actually, it was I think a co-op thing was System of Vibrant Colors that did something. I don't know if it was that one or somewhere else, but yeah, pretty much you're just supposed to you have to do the G4 basically. That's it.
Understood. That makes this game all the more exciting. And Ivan clearing the Space Pelican and escaping Lower Norfair very, very, very quickly. And now we're going to be seeing some of those Upper Norfair checks, I believe.
So Hitaka's done with Swamp, but I guess it's the big chest.
And here we go. Here we are seconds away from Ivan hitting Go mode and being the first one on the restream to hit Go mode.
Yeah, I know you had mentioned it before, but yeah, that morph ball opening things up, I'm sure did contribute to some extra stuff getting done that those who found the morph did not have to do.
239.48, I believe, is our first Go mode.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could have Go moded any seed in that time, but hey.
I am right there behind you on that one. I am not the fastest SMZ3 runner. I like to stick to SM randos or ALTTPRs, preferably SMs, but
Yeah, Hitaka's gonna pick up some silvers here. May or may not already know about them, but what's all he need at this point? Just that Bombos. So yeah, once he goes down after this, he'll have it, and his go mode will be somewhere on the order of 100 and...
Now here's the interesting thing or the fun thing about this. Hitaka's not going to be too far assuming that he does his Brin clear right now. And if Hitaka gets his very soon, he's already full cleared SM. So he just has Mother Brain to do. And he's done 6 crystals? Yeah, he's done everything but Mire. You know, Ivan now has to go mode hit Pod and then Turtle Rock. So it's going to be really close. It's going to be a nail biter to see who's actually going to be there first or who's actually going to get the Ganon first.
Yeah, well, you were mentioning I was just watching because he's going down that shaft with the green pirates, and he had the option of turning right and dealing with Mother Brain now, but he's going to go get that Bombos here in about a minute.
Yeah, so this honestly, just as crazy as it sounds compared to what we've seen before, this might be GT big key placement dependent for these two runners specifically.
I mean, should both have boots after this. That's the only other thing they need, I think, potentially.
There may be a slight possibility that Hitaka gets the Bombos and then just leaves.
Yeah, I want to say I've seen it happen only because I think, you know what, it was something I played, and it was even Bombos, actually, of all the Go mode items to be in that spot, was in that spot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and he's abandoning boots.
This will be something to watch, huh? I feel like the seed has had enough of us. So, but that would be something.
That would be pain and suffering if GT Big Q is on Torch.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not. If it is, or if it's not, I'm still going to tell him. I say, hey, you missed the boots by one wall, and we were over here sweating.
One door transition was between you and Boots. But that's okay because Hitaka is in suspected go mode. Gander's Tower could always troll us at any point in time, but as far as we're aware, he's in go mode.
Yeah, I never consider anything required only for GT to be part of go mode, so we will go ahead and call it that. Call it caution mode if you like. Some of these trackers have this green button. Maybe it can be yellow. I thought about doing it, adding a yellow mode. But...
Might not be a bad idea. It wouldn't be the first time that I've seen GT trolls before with an early go mode followed by Boots Hunt afterwards.
Yeah, and if it happens, he will not be alone. MM2 just did the same thing. So.
Yep. But MM2 now in go mode, right? Yeah, MM2 is also in go mode now. So now these runners got to play a lot of catch up.
Yeah, MM2's got what do we got here? He's got 2 crystals yet to go. 1 boss. It's not terrible. Or Metroid boss, I should say. Sept has a whole ton of stuff done. He's getting his 4th G4 done right now.
Yeah, so he's just a green Bryn cycle away from clearing it, and Hitaka, like you mentioned, is gonna go and clear out Mother Brain right now.
Yeah, he turned around. You might as well just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
Will he get the baby jump or the baby skip?
I don't know. None of these good tricks in here. 7:15 is a good time for me in here.
He's got the setup. He's got the first jump. It's looking good. Oh, wait. Nope. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. He's still doing good. And he got the baby skip.
Yeah, just real close to the slowdown, but did in fact avoid it. So good job, Hitaka.
Yeah, that is not hard, or that is not easy to do. So.
Yeah, one of the few things I know about is nice when you have a wave beam, because when you start crumbling a bunch of those blocks, it gives you some lag. It helps you work with the jumping a little. So.
Yeah. So Ivan now even more likely to be ahead because he's got the boots on Hitaka to be able to finish off the last dungeon. He's got to do bootsless Mire, and then he's got to do a bootsless climb, and then bootsless GT. Still left to go.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Worth pointing out that, it may not be much time, but it might be enough. Just the amount that you would save by having the boots playing normally.
And let's see how nice Turtle Rock is to us today. And we're getting our nice and clean 20-shot Mother Brain coming in on Hitaka's screen. And it looks like we're going to get a stand-up glitch, too.
It looks that way. 7 tanks in the hop. I know nothing about it either besides the 7 tanks.
There's 7 tanks. He's able to act out of this right now, and the risk with this is that he can soft lock the game right now if there's any kind of mess up. Which honestly, I don't know what goes into the soft lock. I just have seen it happen before, and I've done it myself where I've soft locked myself into the game.
Yeah, I wish I remembered, because I did know it's something to do with when you get the hyper beam, and if you fire it at a certain point.
Yeah, I know you can't. I believe you can exactly kill Mother Brain if you're accurate enough with the wall in the baby or wall in the skip. But I believe if you kill Mother Brain right beforehand, before the whole cutscene finishes, then you soft lock. But I believe that's the only way that you can. That's the only way that I know of consistently. Aside from that, I know you can soft lock out or after that point, and it's happened before, and I've seen it in races, but I don't know what goes into it per se. The chat coming in with the knowledge saying it's technically faster to leave Mother Brain with one shot remaining.
Oh. Oh, I get it. Like not leave. Just don't kill it. Got it.
Right. Which it looks like that we got a 4 shots left for Hitaka. And now Super Metroid will be cleared. So Hitaka going to be the first one doing the escape sequence and the first one full clearing or finishing up with Super Metroid. But I think Ivan might be the first one done with ALTTP. Because he looks like he's gonna do his TR and he's gonna skip out on the second climb and probably just go straight into GT.
Yeah, it's the last crystal, and you're doing TR, so that makes sense. It's 2 minutes or so, maybe a little less. That you don't have to add your time by repeating the climb up there.
Oh no, and Hitaka going just a little too far. He never actually had to do the climb, so now he has to kill all the pirates to open up the gray door.
Dang. So you get a stutter here or a tap. Probably just tap and.
Yeah, it was a nice three tap, I think that was. And now Hitaka going into A Link to the Past to complete Misery Mire. And then do the fabled climb up Death Mountain to finally not defeat Ganon, but defeat Agnum. To then defeat Ganon. So he's still got a little ways to go.
Yeah, getting Turing out of the way though. That's not bad. I mean, that's 7-ish minutes that everybody else has to do and you don't. So.
Yeah, and Ivan getting trolled on how fast he killed that firehead on Trinex there. So missing the 0 cycle, but that's all right. That's a really hard thing to do as far as I'm aware. All right, Zemp's still looking for their Bombos medallion, and it looks like the M2 is in go mode and clear Misery Mire right now. MM2 is almost on par with Hitaka, but still has to do that Dragoon fight, and Meridia is not that fast to really go through. So now we got to do the guessing game right now for Ganon's Tower. Everyone would love to do that, and we have to pick a number. One number between 1 and 22 is going to stop as soon as he enters right now. So get your guesses in right now in chat. And let's see where that big key is.
I'm gonna go with a nice 5. Why not?
I always go with 11. I'm never right, but I always go with 11.
Keldrow, first morph time was Hitaka with at actually I'm looking at it right now. 59 minutes or an hour, something like that.
About an hour. I don't have the specific time. So 1 and 2, we get nothing. We get a shovel though. The shovel's gonna be important.
Yeah. Surprise, key sanity.
Nothing on Torch, so Hitaka and MM2 are absolutely safe.
Still gonna tell him about the boost. Hey, by the way.
Oh, of course, you got it. So 3, 4, just some money.
That key looked big enough. Come on.
Ah, but looks are deceiving.
You know, do we have Jill Valentine spray? We wouldn't even have to be doing this. They told us not to meme. I'm sorry, I had to do one.
Everybody gets one. It's okay. So 6. I believe we're up to. Wait, no. 2,
So 7.
3. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. So we're on check. We're on check 9 right now, I believe.
Oh, I thought maybe I counted wrong.
There's 4 in the Stalfos room, 2 in the Hope room, so that's 6.
Oh, the
1 on
torch.
Torch,
Yeah.
7, and then 1 in Fire Snake, which is 8.
You're right.
Oh, 2 more checks, and maybe I'll be right for the first time in a million years.
Can we just trade all those smalls up for the big one on the upper shelf? Or...
I think you can put all the small keys together to make a big key. I think it works like that, right? Craft yourself an item.
Yep.
I'm dead. Okay, so things are true. The world is still right because I am wrong.
MM2, what's he doing? Getting out of... Yeah, he just did a video. He's getting out of mire. He's done.
Yeah, he's
With
going
crystals.
up for that GT
Yep.
climb.
Yeah, especially the bunch of good runners like we got. We didn't want to talk about it before because it would make a good show. It'd be boring, but long seeds have a way of equalizing.
Yeah, and they played the heck out of this seed too.
Yeah, even when it's Morph doing the unbalancing, so...
Okay, I believe this is check 16 we're heading on right now. So 16, 17. All right. If my counting is correct, which it might not be because I was not a good watcher of Sesame Street. Which I'm hearing in chat, it's 16. So
Here, let me rephrase. There we go. Anybody get it? I mean the number 16.
Oh, 16. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it looks like Axel, the person who corrected me,
Yeah,
also also got it right. If I said 17, I would have taken the win away from him.
Let me just say this. Big shout outs to the runners. I'm going to do the thing again because I've seen a handful of races, even lately, that, you know, top times were like 3:20 or something. That didn't involve a 2-hour morph ball. So, I mean,
That is very true. We have
We're
to really give it up to them for not only dealing with this mentally draining seed, but also completing it and really just still completing it within a 3-hour, or
Yeah.
very respectable 3-hour, mind you.
we got Turians and GT climbs to do, but we're still sub 3 right now. I mean, so
Yeah, this is about another 10 minutes away from full completion, I'm thinking. And Zemp getting his Go Mode item just a couple minutes ago as well. All G4 bosses done, going into Torian right now, and has a couple more crystals to clean up. Looking like he's got Pod and he's got Misery Mire. 2 pretty quick Go Mode items if key and big key placements are generous. Ice Beam coming in. Shoutouts to Ice Beam for making Torian really nice and Metroid rooms very easy and slow. That's a lie. I shouldn't say easy because getting a clean Metroid room is really difficult to get it nice and quick.
Speaking of, here's Zen, trying to get through there quick. Got sucked on by a Metroid, but broke out of there faster than I've ever seen done. I mean,
yeah, it took him one try. Good for him. So let's see if Zemp gets their baby skip going on. Oh, it looks like Hataka is going to be going full right. Or going to be going right, I should say. Not full right, but will be going right.
Well, hopefully he goes full right. That would be nice.
Yeah, if he goes full right, he'll still encounter Ice Armors, right? Just from the other side, or am I thinking this wrong? I think I'm thinking this wrong.
No, you got it. He'll get the key. You got to go through the Armors, of course, but yeah. This is a little faster than going the other way, actually.
Okay, I'm glad that I'm getting this right then, because at this point, some of these things are starting to appear like a fever dream to me.
Yeah, you know what? SMZ3 comms will do that to you. 3 hours.
Ivan just saying no to Moldorm again and just hovering away from it, not having to deal with anything, and not, more importantly, not picking up the chest of validation. Granted, there's nothing he would need from there. I think we've seen most of our items in general.
Yeah, at this point in the race, you're looking silver butter, which he's got, so...
Yeah, so very impressive. And now let's see how many cycles it takes. Oh, and looks like Hataka is leaving the right side, and he is now going the left side.
Yeah, and this is a common play, don't blame him. That being said, I haven't worked it out in my head yet, but we still could have a close one here, depending on what kind of terrain Ivan has.
Nobody found Spazer yet. I'll say yes. All right, so Mother Brain on their last leg, almost their last leg, and we're entering Mother Brain Phase 2 right now.
Spazer's crab super, okay.
Okay.
I was wondering, because we had a quick look at that when Hataka did that Main Street thing, but I thought it was a heart piece for some reason.
I didn't get to finish reading what Ganon said. I always think it's important.
Oh, I started to, but I didn't. I think it was the hot air balloon thing. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was the hot air balloon one. So this is the thing that Boots makes really nice for Ganon if you have tempered or butter, preferably buttered. It's that phase 2 is going to go lightning fast because you can just constantly dash into him. And it makes Ganon go very, very quickly. So Ivan cutting into Ganon right now like hot butter.
Appropriate.
I just realized it's not hot cutting into it, it's butter with a hot knife. Hot butter would just be melted in a mess everywhere.
Yeah, who's keeping score at home anyway?
Beautiful triple setup from him. Oh, nope, double setup. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, it was a good try. Stopping him in the middle of the warp, it's not easy, even if you've been doing this a while.
Yeah, either way, double setup, 3 phases on Ganon.
G.
Very good.
1G, light him up.
Yep, we got 1G coming in, and now Ivan's going to do his Torian run, which, if it's of any consolation, is probably going to take about 7 minutes, if that.
Okay, so I run enough Zelda, and I've been working on this. Hitaka's going to come up with the key in about a minute, maybe a little less. Top of GT is usually about 5. So,
and then he's got the Ganon fight.
Yeah, which so he does have silver, so that's not more than 2. So 7 minutes apiece to a finish time here. I'm thinking something real close.
Yeah, this is coming down to the wire. It really is.
So yeah, we're playing SMZ3. We're looking at 2. I mean, we have 4 runners. Don't get us wrong. We love Zent and MM2, but Right now we got Ivan and Hitaka playing 2 different games, right? Finishing was going to be within, I think, 30 seconds of each other.
Correct. And you know, when you did that 5-minute estimate, did you account for the fact that there are no boots?
No. I just do GT enough and it's just kind of round. So I could, like I said, I could be off, but that's the number I usually have in my head when I'm trying to project my own finish times.
I could say a random time, and truth be told, I would just be spitting in the wind and like assuming.
You know,
So
boots will change too much up here. The only thing, there's one room, and it's between Rizrobes 1 and 2 that you can get shot with the lasers if you're not careful. Otherwise, you normally do not even think about that room.
yeah, and boots definitely made a difference for Ivan because he just hovered Moldorm, so he's gonna save like 20 to 30 seconds off that death animation, just killing Moldorm in general.
Yeah, that is true. I never account for that because that is. I honestly think that's hardware dependent, and mine is not capable of it because otherwise I can tap, right? But it just doesn't work. So.
Yeah, no, I cannot hover. Hovering is a very difficult trick, so the fact that Ivan was just able to pull that off flawlessly, very, very good.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of stuff to test, but I'm of the mind it's. I'm sure somebody will tell me it works. So what happened, MM2?
Oh, MM2 taking a death on the climb, on the gauntlet, using Ice Room with the Beamos.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of mail he's got, if any. We don't track it here, and he's got a black Sprite, but.
All right, I was definitely wrong about the 20 seconds. Chat is very quickly fact checking me. It is less than that, and he has no arrows. Wait, does he have arrows? No, he has to mimic clip. M2 now has to mimic clip this. But I am being told that it is not 20 seconds. It's more like 6 or 7 seconds. So I was very, very wrong, and I can't tell time.
Well, that's just the death anim. I mean, if you hover as fast as he did, there's a couple more seconds into that too, because otherwise you're fighting the thing, and that's even on a good day, like another 5 or 6.
So something to note: M2 never picked up his silvers, and neither did Zempt.
So, like I said about the boots, and that's this room right here, Hitaka. You got shot. It happens.
Yep. Took a fall, couple second time loss.
Yeah,
it's gonna make this all the closer.
It's one of the worst things you can. In Zelda, when you fall and you get a reset to the door, that camera goes so slow. You just hate it, even if it's just a few seconds. Just hate it.
Especially in a run like this. Like this is something where like I can only imagine what the runners are thinking right now, where their cohorts are in the run.
Yeah, one of them's gonna see a dot done when the other one's typing it, and there might be some salt, just a little.
Just a little bit.
I mean, we're obviously going to explain about the whole morph ball disparity thing, so that might not help the salt situation, depending on who does come up with this.
Yeah, I can only imagine what some of them might be thinking during those times. That's not going to be fun for them to realize that they got morph. That Hitaka got morph ball an hour in, and everyone else got it about 2 hours in. Yeah, I've been doing a fantastic Torian, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you come to expect this kind of thing. There's just that handful of this sequence. There's nothing you can do about. Now, I want to mention something. And this is if people are watching Z3 races, one of the things that we don't do here, whether you agree or disagree, is seed the RNG for Aghanim and other bosses. So, Hitaka might get a good one here, and he just got a double, so we'll see how long this takes, and everybody's going to get a different pattern.
Yeah, I believe Ivan got a double. I think I did a 3-cycle Agna, but I could be wrong.
And Hitaka got blue ball out of that cycle count, so a couple seconds there. Ivan's dropping the brain to the floor and is on his way out.
Not too shabby, though, coming in from the runners. Not too shabby in the slightest.
Yeah, I hate to say it for Hitaka's sake in that morph ball, but I think Ivan's going to come up with this one. I could be wrong. I shouldn't be saying anything at all, but
It's going to be close.
Yeah, there's no more cutscenes. That's where I'm getting that from for Ivan. Hitaka's still got a few he's got to deal with. So no moonfall from Ivan, and sometimes that can make a difference when you're dropping down his second rune.
I agree.
Sure he'll get his charge here. Yeah, there he goes. See, that can go wrong too, but he got it.
Yep, and Hitaka creeping in on the third phase of Ganon right now.
Alright, chat, get him ready.
Yeah.
They deserve them. I'm telling you what, GG's to Ivan.
There we go.
Don't blame him for not stopping his timer after shaking your hands for this long, but he's got entered an official racetime.gg time of 3:09:14. That being said, Azure snuck in there 17 seconds ahead, or 18, with 3:08:56.
Yeah,
does not surprise me either.
Very impressive. By all the runners, to be quite honest. You know? MM2 is finishing up his climb right now. We'll be fighting his Agnum to be able to slay his pig, and then Sept is working on his final crystal pod to be able to then climb up Agnum Tower.
Hitaka's wrapping it up here too. I took my eye off, but he's done with Ganon.
And it looks like we're being joined right now by Hitaka and Ivan. How are you both doing after that seed?
It was terrible. I thought about that when I went down to Croc and got the moon pearl. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this is something I could do, but I'm just not gonna bother. And then I completely forgot about it until after literally every other thing that I did.
So, how I got a question for you, Hitaka. How are you feeling after you found Morph Ball? Because I will be the first one to say this, that you found Morph Ball at an hour in, while everybody else on the stream found it at about 2 hours in, roughly.
I guess that explains how I finished so high. I thought I did terrible. I was expecting people to be done like 2:45 or something.
Well, it opened your seat up, admittedly, finding that morph ball when you did, but Ivan up here just absolutely ripped through Super Metroid after that morph ball was located, so it's...
Yeah. So, shout-outs to doing Aga for no reason. Yay.
Well, I was going to say, you're going to bring that up, but you know what? You could point at so many things. You're the only one I'm aware of that did it and still put up a time like that, so, I mean... Seriously, GG's too.
Thanks.
Yeah, truth be told, it was a legendary run between you and Ivan right there on the stream because of the fact that it was just so close, and you were looking for Bombos, and Ivan, I had spitballed the idea that it'd be evil if Boots was on GT Torch,
no.
and if you went through one more door transition in Edicoons, you would have had Boots. Which Ivan did. He had Bombos and Boots and no bow. And
it was behind the green door?
Yep, it was behind this missile door.
Oh my god.
Would that have saved you in GT? I forgot to mention it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was happy that I was playing for the Brin skip, you know, for a long time and just doing crystal dungeons with whatever stuff I found in other houses. And then eventually, you know, it was Bryn Loop or like Ice Palace or I guess Hookshot Cave. So I just went to Bryn Loop because it was the highest density, and then I got Bombas, and I thought, okay, cool, I can just skip after Bryn Loop, that's pretty good. And then I just went to Taurine, and I guess I missed Boots by 1 room, so that's fun.
Do you want to
sorry.
know what I did?
Go ahead.
Because it was bad. I think that where Morph was isn't in Logic without Various Suit.
Yeah.
So I didn't bother sparking over there when I got the Pearl. And it was just out of my mind, even after I picked up Variant Red Tower. Variant Red Tower just led me into Lower Norfair. Because I was like, at that point, it was either Lower Norfair or Swamp in my mind. And I didn't want to go to Swamp without a hookshot. And then the hookshot shows up literally at the second location that's possible for me to check in Lower Norfair. And I was like, oh, okay, I got this. Like, this is terrible, but at least I, like, figured it out. And then the hookshot didn't give me anything, so I spent, like 2 or 3 minutes just staring at the map and trying to think of what I might have skipped, and then it just kind of hit me that, oh yeah, you can get there with speed and Varia.
Yeah, we saw the little Kakariko shuffle. That was a good one. Not for you, but yeah, we cleared it up. A chat member helped us out there with the whole logic thing, and yeah, there's no way. Like most everybody doesn't do that last.
Yeah, fun fact about that. After getting Pearl, I was living Croc, and I wasn't gonna check that, and then until I was running through Croc's room to get to the door, and then the speed booster kicked in, and I realized, oh wait, I can check the Crumble Tower, so I guess I'll do that, why not? And Morph was there.
Yeah, I mean, I think if that's not Morph, you need, like, a ridiculous amount of E-tanks, right? To be able to actually get out of there.
Yeah, I had like 6, and I messed up Shine Sparking up the room, and I like barely got back to Croc's room. I had like 70 health left.
Yeah, see, so what room is it on that path? Because I'm still trying to work that out. Which one makes it very locked? Because I guess I know you have to go through so many, but is it just the fact that you're going through upper all the way back, or?
I don't know, because you don't really need that many tanks. Like I said, I had like 6, and I made it with Screwed, so it's not like you need, 10 or 12 or anything. So I don't know why it's very locked logically. That doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, so I was kind of having that debate with myself this whole time, but I mean, does this ever come up? Never, right? So.
No, I do not know the last time that I saw a Morph Ball in Crumble Shaft.
Yeah, it's super rare. And in the tournament that's going on, we had I think it was Bear Pair and Phasmago Burr. Their Morph Ball was in Lower Norfair, so I was like, this is just another one of those seeds.
Well, and that's just it. It could have been, because for everybody besides you, Hitaka, who knows how much stuff they did without the Morph Ball, there was a lot of stuff in Super Metroid that did not require the Morph Ball. I mean, you may not think about it whenever you just have it and you're doing this stuff, but Hookshot didn't need it in Lower Norfair Escape.
Yeah, that's true.
A whole bunch of other things. So we've seen full clears of Swamp without a Morph Ball and what have you. So
yeah, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I believe you two were both of you were the only ones who didn't dip into Swamp beforehand too and do Hookshotless Swamp.
Oh yeah, I hate Hookless Swamp.
Same. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think finding a Morph that late, I mean, it sucks, but it also kind of bailed me out because I had literally everything I could ever want in Super Metroid to clear the game. Like, I had a full kit, and I basically just told myself, all right, well, I'm just gonna hope that everything else I need is in Super Metroid, and if it's not, then oh well.
yeah, it's not like you need a lot for Super Metroid on any seed, but we were noting that you need these Zelda items. You need a handful, because Zelda you have to actually have these things, but they were most of them, all of them. most all of them in Super Metroid. So, in fact, come to think of it, we were talking about the boots. Like, where the heck are those? Are they going to show up? Are they going to be needed? Well, they're in Super Metroid 2, turns out. So,
Literally everything was in Super Metroid except for your hammer and your gloves and your mirror. I think everything else. Oh, and Ice Rod. Everything else was in Super Metroid though.
Yeah.
that's pretty good assessment, I'd say.
But the unfortunate part was everything that was in Super Metroid was just barely reachable for you without the morph ball to lead you down all these different rabbit holes in completely different directions.
Yeah.
So if the Alpha Peeps Varia was unlocked, what put that in motion? Because it wasn't Ice Beam, because
It was
Ice Beam
Space
was in
Jump and
Red
Ice Cave.
ship. Where was Space Jump?
Hype Cave.
Hype Cave. I think it was Space Jump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't even cross my mind until after I'd gotten Screw Attack as well. And I was like, oh, it'd be easy to go up Red Tower now. Like, oh, I could have done it ages ago.
It wouldn't have crossed my mind at all. I mean, I mentioned that at some point that, like, all this stuff that y'all are able to keep track of. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the logic was very mean to you guys there, and that was a doozy. That was a doozy to watch you two do.
Yeah, that must have been
all
a
of
fun restream seed.
We felt
Yeah.
terrible. I just want to mention this. It was 2-3 hours ago. We felt terrible for Hitaka. But then he gets a morph ball an hour earlier than everybody else. So, yeah, we're on a little bit of an emotional event here.
Yeah, it was quite the roller coaster. I will admit, I'm probably the one who cursed you into Aga because I had mentioned when it was funneled to just Aga and Croc that I bet that one person out of the 4 on the stream will be doing Aga and not Croc.
I thought about it, but the progression chain for the items just kind of made more sense to go to Croc.
Well,
Yeah, I thought about it too, but like because Master Sword was behind speed, like if it was like one of the Bluebird items or whatever,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have gone for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like to play because, you know, if it's there, everybody's going to Croc and coming back up empty-handed, you know.
Did you get Plasma and keep it the first time you went down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it, and then I tried to like get out the normal way, like
Yeah,
the
same.
thing, and then I realized you can't jump up there, and so I reset, and then like 2 seconds after that, I thought, wait, I can do like the acid shine
Yeah,
charge of gravity, and so I just like went back for it, so I wouldn't have to give a shit about ammo.
So,
I mean, give a crap about ammo.
that's what I mentioned. I've been very slowly just rebuilding the items that you had at the time, and I want to thank a real cutie for the point out because, yeah, the Varia at Alpha Peeps was in fact required, quote unquote, but Varia does indeed unlock just that one spot. That's it for what you had at the time, so I have never seen it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything at that spot without having morph.
Anyway, back to feels bad, but 2 of this free stream. M2 is now on Turian, and he's got the cannon in the bag already. So it'll just be a couple minutes for him. He'll be able to put in his dot done, and Zept is climbing GT with Mother Brain done. So we've had, and among you 2 guys too, some variance here. You guys we were trying to measure out, you know, how close it was going to be. But you playing different games, so there's another one you don't have to think about every day.
Yeah, did Ivan do Mother Brain second or Ganon second?
I did Mother Brain second.
Okay, I did Mother Brain first because I did it right after I got it.
That was my plan, because when I finally picked up Morphball, I was like, all right, I'll just go straight to Meridia because that's like the only place I haven't done like literally anything in. So I picked up the Rod or the Cane and Charge Beam and maybe something else is there. I don't remember. And then I looped into Rex Ship, and then did the entire Brin loop, and then I was like, okay, I'll just go do Mire and then like leave. But I'd already used Screw Attack to go check the first item in Gauntlet, so I just checked it with Power Bombs on the way, like through Bryn Loop. I was like, oh, I could just get it after, or like before Mother Brain and then finish Zelda. But then I kind of wanted it in Zelda just in case I found the bow before I would end up doing Mire or, you know, whatever else. So I just picked it up, I don't remember when I went back. I think I went back right after the Bryn Loop.
Other thing worth, I guess I'm just looking around for something to talk about, honestly, at this point, but Zept and M2, neither one of them did pick up their silvers from Gauntlet on the way in. Or did you just mention that?
I think I mentioned that before. That's
Yeah.
all right. A lot of this is a fever dream at this point.
Yeah, there's a little bit of silence here. I had to do something about it, I'm sorry. But,
Yeah, that's all good.
so you're going to see, well, yeah, MM2 is going to finish out. Zem's is going to have to.
Just a
It's
ham
not-
test validation.
Yeah, not as close as the other two, but still, I mean, see like this, 3.5. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's honestly, I would have forfeited this seat, I think, after like an hour and a half or an
Oh,
hour
yeah.
45. I would have never guessed Crumble Shaft.
Yeah, I was I was having this discussion because we were already having, you know, looking around the map for stuff to do, right? And I'm like, okay, so whenever they find Morph, are they going to just drop to the bottom of Crumble Tower and then start crying, or what?
Yeah, honestly, Hitako, when you did your Shine Spark up there, I was actually freaking out a little bit because I thought that you weren't gonna have enough health to deal with it, and B, I was thinking, oh no, you know, if you go, like, you can't escape to the top, and if there's nothing there, then you're gonna lose out on what you just got, and you're not gonna be able to make it down to the bottom. And then it was Morphball, and you made it out by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
get a quick GG in chat here for MM2.
Yeah, GG.
Finishing this ridiculous thing. He's here with us too, with a time of 3:24:48.
GG's
Welcome.
games.
Yeah,
GGs.
you're all troopers for this. Truth be told. So, how did you feel about the morph ball placement?
The morph ball, fun. Help.
Hell run. Did you have area? I forget.
I got Varia,
Okay.
but I still did. Of course, you did hell runs to Moon Pearl, but yeah, I got Varia. Where were boots?
Right behind
Oh,
Bombos.
no.
Oh, gosh darn it! Like the second I saw Bombus, I was like, oh my god, is it really the same place as yesterday? So I just left, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I probably should have checked that at Kun Supers, but
Yeah.
what are the odds it's boots?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Very slim.
Ivan's the only one who went in there, so props, but
No, Zemp went in there too, actually.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Zemp got
okay.
his boots.
yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I also missed boots because I had go mode bombos.
Because at that point, we see the turnaround, we're like, oh no, please not to torch. Oh man. Because haven't you had enough type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Actually, when I was in GT, I was surprised yet. So I was thinking, am I gonna go down the stairs and see Key on the torch, and that's why I know what he's done. I was kind of expecting that just based on that fact.
Yeah, I was also slightly expecting that. Just like, the key on the torch could throw everything out the window. But hey, at least bowling skip went well.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That was a
That
new
was-
one for me.
that was very impressive. Not many people go for that, and you did it first try, I think, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't get it first try, it loses like a couple minutes. Because, yeah, you wasted all your setup time and more. So, yeah, it's definitely a first try or don't try it trick. and it's also a trick nobody should even bother learning because it's stupidly niche.
I was going to say you have to practice, right? But practice.
Well, yeah, you have to practice it, but you also have to have grapple, X-ray, and crystal flash ammo, and enough like movement items to be able to be okay on low health because your last damage source is going to be Spiky Room of Death. So
the high risk, high reward. And GG's in chat for Zent, by the way. He just slayed his pig of evil.
GG. It's not even high reward though. It saves like 30 seconds. Like it's not that good, but it's cool and I like it.
I mean,
It's high swag.
bowling feels bad.
That's it,
does.
Ataka. High swag.
So when you said Bombos is the same place as yesterday, are you talking about the weekly?
Yeah, yesterday's week.
Okay, I missed that one. But you know,
Yeah.
Bo today was the same place as the co-op match last night.
Yeah, I remember that one. I didn't think about that one though.
You know,
Shoutouts to the PRNG.
we determined Canis Samaria was in one of the two same spots also as yesterday. GG's Impt.
Yeah, GG's. Congrats
GG's.
on making it through this.
GG's.
I don't know how I did, but so you guys noticed that too about the Bombos and Kane location being the exact same?
Yeah, and I've had Bombos in that spot for Go, no less, multiple times. So, V13 win? 12? Whatever we're in.
I'm just glad I was going too fast to that room and I went through the super door before picking up the Bombos. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, you got it before. Okay, so I haven't picked it up. He was in Go mode. He got the boots. MM2 and Hitaka did not. They just said to heck with it.
I wasn't in gun mode yet. I still needed the bow.
Oh, you weren't?
Yeah, he
Oh,
was-
that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, that was his saving grace. He was in bow mode and Hitaka needed Bombos and everybody else really needed Bombos for go mode. Yeah, that was a doozy of a seed. That was very, very fun to watch and commentate and probably not as fun to play.
I forgot the morph was even a check for a bit.
Well, yeah, it went bad enough in the late world for a while. We're like, well, vanilla morph. We had that thought, so.
Yeah, I was when I saw the mushroom, I was very scared because I was like, oh, I could have had this like good 15 minutes ago if it hadn't been bad. But it was nothing, so I felt less bad. And then I got morph at like almost 2 hours.
Where was the mushroom?
Old Mother Brain.
missile.
Oh, okay. I never got to that one.
Yeah, I checked that one with Screw Attack.
I checked it with speed and screw yeah, it was screw attack, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's all blur, honestly.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
didn't
you all
help.
went in very different directions on checking all your one-offs before getting the morph ball, and it was very awesome to see 3 different locations and 3 different checks and having all that knowledge from our end, because Hitaka got the morph ball an hour in, so we were seeing all the Super Metroid checks, and everybody else got their morph ball 2 hours in, so we saw all the one-offs. And it just kind of it really honestly converged when it came to go mode item, because the 3 of you were searching for Bombos while Ivan was searching for Bo. So it really converged onto that go mode item and Bombos being sneaky and hiding in the Edicombs after a forced green Brinstar check already without any without morph ball, I believe.
Did anyone else get the hook shot and before morph?
I did.
Yep.
Okay.
A good handful, yeah. And that's what I was going to say. All this stuff is basically because you had speed, you had screw attack, things that let you go do just about anything.
Also space jump and Varia and gravity and all the other fun
Well,
things.
gravity or Varia was required for the morph, right? At least
Yeah,
logically.
logically.
Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, shoutouts to the hookshot. Like the Varia to hookshot being like absolutely nothing. Like I triple dipped swap.
I did too. Yep.
Like I went in without hookshot.
Yep.
Then got hookshot. Went in with hookshot. Killed Argus. Left to do hookshot cave. Came back for half magic. What a joke this game is.
Well, I guess at least I came back in for the half magic right away. But...
Yeah. I think that was, quadruple pulling the dam.
This seed was not nice to any of you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It
when
really
first
was
place
not.
is a 308 by Oster, it's kind of not nice to anybody.
Kind of want to know when he got his morph just for reference sake, I guess. But I mean,
I'm shocked Itaka got it in an hour, honestly. Like,
yeah. We spent an hour basically talking about that. I guess, I mean, it's not like I'm good at comms or anything, so I just talk about one thing for an hour and it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we all felt bad for Hitaka for the first hour because he was the only one that did Aga.
Oh no.
Yup.
Did he do Pearless Aga over Hellruns?
Yeah, it's a 20% play at the time, I think, when we count 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
However many's in Croc, but
Yeah.
Because this master sword was behind Speed Booster, I decided to go for it.
yeah,
It's just cool.
it's something I do. I liked it, so.
Yeah, and it was a hell of a gamble too because I was saying how dangerously awesome would it be if Moon Pearl was on Croc and Morph Ball was on a Pyramid, then that would put you two in very different paths.
Yeah, as it was five spotter rupees, and
Yeah.
green pendant turning was done too. I don't know how many other people did that right this second. Not many, but
Did anybody else go back for cosine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Because I reset plasma and then I went back there after LN and finding the bow.
Nice. I got Pearl and bailed on the rest of Croc because I wanted to leave cosine not isolated and also Crumble Shaft nice.
I did too.
Yeah.
So triple dip Croc here.
I only double dipped Croc. So it wasn't terrible. Like I just decided that if it was Croc PB's Indiana Jones or Grapple, I was just gonna die. But
can I talk a second about the short charge in the lava and at the whatever the heck is, what's that called? The grapple access room. I forget.
Indiana Jones room or whatever. Yeah.
Pantry,
Pantry,
Indiana Jones,
Pantry, there it is.
Crocomire Jump Room is the official name, I guess. But it's
Yeah,
the
so-
one that's wiki.
Yeah, you're supposed to get out of there with like a 1 to 2 pixel wall jump going up the other way, but gravity suit.
Yeah,
you know?
it looked like it was possible, but I just gave up on
Wait,
it.
which,
Yeah,
which
it's
wall
just-
jump?
By the Nahimes going up from grapple spot. First and second, actually. You know what I mean?
So like, I don't know. Do you mean like grapple escape or something?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Sorry.
grapple escape. No, that's actually. I'm pretty sure that's not human viable with speed only for grapple location.
Mm-hmm.
Because the logic expects high jump and speed to escape
Oh, does it? I mean,
for the second vertical room, and then the last one is free with gravity, and then speed booster makes it possible. But
yeah, I think I might have actually done that before, or maybe it was a slightly different setup of stuff. I'm not sure, but anyway, you didn't just thought about it, turned around, and took your gravity to get out that way, which I don't think that's accounted for at all. So, that was,
Very smart move.
yeah, I don't know if like gravity and high jump could be logic for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think gravity has anything to do with that area, but there
Gravity
again,
isn't relevant to anything pre-morph for SM.
yeah. So, I called it the big bag of tricks. So it was good.
Lol.
That was definitely a show to watch. So congrats to the 4 of you doing that, and once again for those of you who are still with us, give these runners a follow because that was absolutely stellar performance by all 4 of them on this very, very depressing seed.
Sorry to step off. Did I miss something?
Nah, you're fine. I was just chatting at the runners once again.
Okay, well, if we don't have much else, I mean, I'm sure everybody wants to go to bed, but
Yeah, any closing thoughts by anybody or anything that anyone wants to say before heading off and signing off for the night?
GG's, everybody.
Yep,
Yep.
GG's.
Yeah, that was
And-
quite an adventure.
That's one
Agreed.
way to put it. Yep.
Want to quick shout out again, Professor Renner, for setting us up. We appreciate that. It was a real short notice thing. For the tracking, Matt Ewok heard, and Sky. There we go. Keeping track of stuff for 3+ hours is not always the easiest thing to do. So we appreciate all the help that went into this, and also to Jago, first time cons, and I think did very, very well. So I look forward
thank
to
you.
working with you again should the opportunity arise.
Yeah, I had a blast doing this, and I'll definitely, now that I have more time on my hands, I'll definitely be doing this a little bit more often.
Yep, and then the next one you get is going to be so boring you wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
The next one, we'll find Morph Ball, and we'll find everything that we need in the very beginning. There'll be nothing to talk about.
Alrighty. So we have the co-op tournament going on, although it's nearing its end, so we don't have anything scheduled right now. But keep an eye on speedgaming.org for that, and we do these weeklies every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Monday. So a lot of times we would look for and hope to see some volunteers to help us with the restream. It's just, I mean, I usually run, so that's why I don't do it all the time. So any help's appreciated. If you think you can do it, help us out. We'd love to have you. So for Jaco, I'm Scupula, and see you next mission.
Yeah, see you next mission.